Looks like we're good again. All right, guys, we are back.
Yeah, we should be back now, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I warned you. The
The
Wi-Fi
was
pretty
already
bad.
in here. Yeah, we already talked about technical issues. So that just happens sometimes when we're broadcasting.
But we should now not go down again. Hopefully, it's on a different
crossed, yeah,
network. So
looks like Connor and Logan are finished in the middle. Have to figure out who won there. Certainly waiting to see what happens next with this duel. Zach is using original. This is likely how he's going to summon the Jet Synchron. Earlier in the game, he was considering searching. It looks like he's going for Snake Eye Ash once again. Yes, sir, we are back. So he's going about a phase with a bunch of attacking right here.
yeah, we're back. We shouldn't go down again. Hopefully,
Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, it looks like Zach won game 2. It looks like that was enough damage to win. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Set up a really good board turn 1. Didn't have any crazy non-engine, but he had droplets and imperm. It appeared like it was enough. PJ, of course, playing the branded deck. Branded deck is known for being able to fight back under most conditions and crack a lot of boards between like Mirror Jades and Guardian Chimeras and stuff like that. But it's not able to get the job done this time, so they will be going to game 3. Because this is a 3v3, they are, of course, talking to their teammates, trying to figure out siding patterns and all that kind of stuff. It appears they have about 12.5 minutes still on their clock, so plenty of time to play game 3.
all right. Well, yeah. Literally the second I mentioned the Wi-Fi went out, I know.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't again. So, but I'll be back. I'm gonna leave it to Bo for a second.
Alright, I think I can handle game 3 on my own.
Yes, sir.
Alright, guys. Not sure how many of you guys have already joined back into the stream, but we are certainly glad to have you all here.
Actually, I'm back. Jeremy, your name in the chat registered. I was like, oh wait, I got something to tell you. We have somebody here playing minimum rarity Fluundries. Every card in this deck,
Absolutely.
extra deck, side deck, is the minimum rarity. It's great. I figure you would enjoy that little
Yeah.
information.
Have you ever played against somebody who went out of their way to play all different rarities?
Me.
Yeah.
And all of my staples are 3 different rarities and like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
Love it, dude.
Yeah. it,
Like,
it messes with people. It really
French,
does.
German, Italian, common, rare, super, whatever.
Yeah.
I love it.
So it looks like PJ is going first in game 3. He has normal summoned Alibur, the Jester Despia. It has been infinite permanence. One of the better cards to certainly imperm. Sometimes it can be tricky if they already establish to imperm through something, such as the Blazing Cartesia, which usually ends up on the end board. So the imperm right here, usually fairly strong. It looks like PJ and I believe Logan is sitting next to him, so they are currently talking through the rest of their plays. I'm not able to tell for sure, but I can see a little bit of game 1 appear. It appears that both of the games have finished. So this is the only game left for this team, which means that, like Logan and Zephyr, for example, on Do Gaming, one of them must have lost and one of them must have won because this match is still going on. And it looks like all 6 of them are watching this game. Yeah, Ross. What's his name in the middle? Connor was actually also playing on his V1 tan. So we had 4 V1 tans on camera for round one, which is so cool. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. I have one as well. I play on it fairly often. If I'd known that it was bring your V1 tan to work day, then I would have brought mine so that somebody could play it on it as well. It appears he's discarding Jet Synchron for Witch, one of the better discards for Black Witch. You certainly always want to discard something that has value in the graveyard if you can. And now Witch is resolving to set. So it looks like, unfortunately, PJ's hand wasn't too terribly strong. He ended on nothing but one set after the Aliber. The Branded Despia deck's not known for playing a particularly strong quantity of hand traps, so probably not too much he can do, but we will see, certainly. Discarding the Fenrir for Jet Synchron is a really neat play, specifically because he already has Kesher of Birth. At some point later on the turn, he'll be able to revive this copy of Fenrir. So, some pretty good sequencing on Zach's part. He has a few interesting lines. It depends on what he plays in his extra deck. He could make the level 8 Synchro right now. He could also make Draco Saga and make 2 tokens to potentially do some link plays. But at this moment, with 1 card in hand, until he uses his original, it appears that he has no Snake Eye cards that he has access to. So, let's just beat down from giant monsters. So original's resolving. This will likely get to Snake Eye Ash. But there's also an argument to summoning some other monster right here. It looks like he's feigning towards Poplar. This makes sense as well because of the way his board's set up. He already has 4 monsters in place, so sending Snake Eye Ash right here is not the most ideal thing in the world. And yes, I agree, Ross. The Kashtira Snake Eye deck seems really, really strong right now. So he's resolving Divine Temple that he searched off of the Poplar. Getting Oak twice. This potentially signals because he'd done this in Game 2 as well. I know it was more appropriate to do it in Game 2 than it is in this game, but it signals that he might not have Snake Eyes Diabell Star in his deck at all. So that's really interesting. Here's his attacking. With the attack boost from Divine Temple, this is potentially over 8,000 damage if all of these attacks connect. If everything connects, it's certainly enough damage, but it looks like he has nothing. So, it looks like Zach won this game, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is the end of the match. Because it doesn't look like either of the 2 teammates are still playing or whatever, so I'm not sure what their team name is, but they're all from TTD, so it looks like Team TTD is game 1 over Team D game 1. I wonder when Konami is going to realize Birth is a problem. Cashier Birth is a problem. Outrageously strong card. I think they have it right on Master Duel, but they have it limited to 1. But here they've taken a different approach to adjusting the Cashier deck, so you can still use it as an engine here in the TCG, and it's really, really powerful. But yeah. Looks like they're all packing up their stuff from game 1. I'm going to see if I can get anybody in here for a potential interview, but if I'm not, then I will see you guys back here for round 2, which time on the clock right now is about 5 minutes, so usually these things wrap up pretty quickly as far as getting on the match slips and stuff and or whatever, so it should not be too long before round 2 starts, so look forward to seeing all of you back here soon for round 2. We appreciate you guys coming out, appreciate you guys watching, all that good stuff, guys.
Why there's no people here?
Oh, what is up, guys? I don't know if we're live. I guess we're live. I'm dueling today. We lost round 1. Game 3. Against a friend, I opened 6 non-engine. Prosperity into 6 non-engine. And then drew for turn another non-engine. So I didn't see engine in the top. 13 cards on my deck, 12 cards on my deck.
Should have played better.
It is what it is.
I'll draft it.
Zev slaughtered her opponent.
Yeah.
2-0. Quick.
Well, game 1, my opening hand was Mourner, Imperm, Ash Blossom, Nib, Flamberg. My draw for turn on turn 3, because I went first game 1, I drew Snake Eyes Ash.
Yep, and we made a play where she had her nib, her Snake Eyes Ash obviously got interrupted, and we ended up. How did he interrupt it? He had a Mourner, right? So he had to
It was
stop
Mourner,
the Poplar.
yeah.
Yeah, so he had to stop the Poplar, and then we made Phoenix discarded the hard drew Flameberg. Did that twice, both games.
Yes.
And then PJ game 3, he opens his hand of Aliber, Tragedy, Edge Imp Chain, Talents, Branded in red. And then he goes, normal summon Aliber. His opponent goes, Imperm. Go ahead. So, we lost that one. Not much we could do. You know how it is.
Non-engine into non-engine. We love that.
Yeah. I literally tried to win with my, options of 12 non-engine. But by the time I got to engine, I activated Kaiman, and obviously I knew he had hand traps, right? There's he was doing nothing. So I Kaimaned into Pydra, activated Pydra's effect. Obviously he's going to hand trap her, right? So I don't get follow-up. But it was Mourner, and my life points was at 14. So I couldn't make any plays because I purposely special summoned it during the battle phase because I'm like, if he has Ash Balls, I'm going to lose regardless. So when he Mournered it, I had to pass, and I was obviously dead. But I had a line, even if, because my hand was still hand traps, so, if he, affect, or, we couldn't affect it, Impermed it because he had a set card, for example, I could normal summon, make Hida, Princess, and then Zelantis, and end on basically a Fire Monster, Princess, go with some hand traps. I'm like, I have a good chance of winning this game. And then he Mournered, I'm like, oh, well, I'm dead anyways. So, nothing you can do about that one.
Someone lost a pile of cards, and there was there's 3 Nimble Beavers in here.
3.
Yes, 3 Nimble Beavers, 2 Grave of the Super Ancient Organism.
Yeah, I think game 2, I won game 1 like a minute and a half. And then game 2, my hand was Droll, Ash, 1 engine. And my engine got interrupted. And then, I'm trying to remember what happened. And basically, my engine got interrupted, so I couldn't do anything. And then, he ended on an Apo for 3. Fenrir'd. No, I don't even think I drew engine. I think I just drew Fenrir. And then he dropleted my Fenrir. I said, sure. I'm going to set Imperm, pass. And he knows something Snake Eyes Ash. And I'm like, okay, we're going to... he knows something Snake Eyes Ash effect. I'm going to Ash Blossom. He goes, oh, Apollo. I'm like, I'll chain Imperm, negate your Apollo. And then on res, effective Fenrir, banish your Snake Eyes Ash. He's like, Bonfire. I'm like, sure. On res, I'm going to draw you. And then he's like, activate hard draw on original. So I died. So, nothing I could do on that one either.
Unfortunate. Your opponent was playing Melodious, right?
Yeah, those Melodious cards are not very good in that deck. I don't know why people still play those cards. To be honest, the reason I had a chance game 2 and 3 is because he had Melodious cards in his deck. Because they draw they're natural bricks, and he drew the bricks. If his hand was just more non-engine and engine, it would just I would just lost.
Unfortunate.
We took a seat.
There's nobody in here.
No.
No, I'm not sure where he is.
But yeah, that was round one. We're finishing up round one now. Time just got called, so looks like Gage McNeely just started standing up. I don't even know who he's playing with.
He played against. He played our team. Yeah.
No, I don't even know who he's playing with.
Dalton and Whitey.
Oh, okay. So it's Gage. Okay, I thought it was Noah, and then I realized Noah's head judging, so I didn't know.
Yeah, we had Gage. We have regional champion Dalton Oates.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything I could have done in my games. I don't think so. I played really well game one. I basically put him on a situation where he dropleted my monster, but like it didn't matter, and then I just tried to drag and killed him. I think he messed up though. I think he should have just because so I had Chandra Pydra, and I was like attack with Chandra, effect starter damage stuff. He chain droplet, and then sent his Black Witch, and then Black Witch effect summoned herself back to set follow up, and I'm like, that just wasn't a good play because now I just affect synchro, make Bident bring back, make Trident Dragion, pop my Fenrir, my field spell, attack, you're dead.
Joe Biden Dragon.
Yep.
He got Biden blasted.
Yeah, I think he should have just sent the card in his hand and dealt me damage, so that way he guarantees lives a turn. He doesn't have any plays if he doesn't draw engine, but sometimes you just have to put yourself on that. Because it wasn't like a complicated line to see the game. Because he had no cards in him. So I knew he didn't have hand traps. He didn't have Mourner or anything like that. So yeah, I think that was a mess up from him. Because like if he would have done that, I would have ended on making. Yeah, I would have just Princess popped his witch. He has original, no cards in hand. And then my hand trap should clean up whatever he has, and I have a Fenrir too. So yeah, that should secure the game.
I didn't have any chance to.
Yeah, me either.
I think the best thing to Ogre and Snake Eyes is probably the Dia Bellstar. Like, if they open with Dia Bellstar, set the OSS. If you Ogre the Dia Bell and they have nothing else in hand, they don't have anything to send off of OSS.
Yeah, and usually they'll start with Snake Eyes Ash and stuff before, right? So
Yeah, but only if they start with the witch, then that usually means end of turn.
Yeah, or they have to like normal summon a hand trap and then send it with original. And then if you have any
like an Ash Blossom.
Yeah, any hand trap, they just lose. I've been finding a lot of success in when my opponents, if I open Ash Blossom, I found that it messes people up really bad if you pair it with Ogre. So you Ash Blossom, the Snake Eyes Ash effect to summon from deck, and then they have a Poplar, right? And they have usually Snake Eyes Dia Bellstar in the graveyard, and they usually can make a Link 1 and Anima, and then place the Snake Eyes Dia Bell, and then they use Snake Eyes Dia Bell effect, and if you Ogre there, they usually just pass every time. It's been really good. I don't know why the chat's not updating. I don't know if people just aren't chatting. I can check here. I wonder when Konami is going to realize birth is a problem. I don't think birth's an issue. I don't really think the cash cards are an issue at all, to be honest. I think it's just Snake Eyes. I mean, but to be fair though, the cash cards may end up being a problem whenever we get like more generic, like when we get the Fiendsmith cards, because they can generic link 2 into their full combo. Give me a good Tempai list. On our YouTube channel, there's a good one by yours truly.
Dead silence.
How's the stream going? Did you win?
I won my game.
Yeah, she won game 3. My opening hand was 6 non-engine. 6 non-engine. Prosperity into 6 non-engine. And then I got another turn and drew a nib.
That's good.
Then I got another turn and finally drew engine.
That's good.
So,
I played against Clifton, and everyone I play around in this area never imperms my low. They always wait for slow burning. So I was like playing that in my head, and then I summoned low, and he impermed it. And I was like, oh, this is Clifton. This isn't just the normal guys I play. Yeah,
Play bad.
yeah, I did play better.
I thought he won game 1.
No, he hit pounds.
I mean, yeah, but he shouldn't have nothing to rack.
so with the side for Tenpai,
Because,
I think your opponents generally, like you generally don't know if your opponent is going like going to make you go first or second. So I think siding in the cards that like are only good going first is kind of a trap. And I like siding in like hand traps because like they're good no matter what. So I think our rounds are up, so we gotta go.
Well, hey.
All right, bye, chat.
You know how to switch it back?
I think so.
You just hit the right there, bottom left.
Right. Yeah, the C entry.
Well, stay there, straight. I'll be there.
That chair situated. How's everybody doing? Getting ready for round 2. Hopefully I could discuss this more first. Yeah, Logan's really, really knowledgeable. Not just with the Tenpai deck, but in general. Very, very strong player. His theories are always really interesting. I always like talking to Logan. He's able to like challenge all of our ideas as well, just to ensure that everybody has like the best ideas and best decks and all that kind of stuff. Whatever. Very, very helpful in that regard. So it looks like round 2 is going up. So I'm going to try to get you guys to the feature match. Okay, so here we go. You guys give me 1 second to find out who is actually playing. Give me 1 second. All right. So it appears that we have Eric from Louisville on the right. He's also from the same team that we featured in round 1, but it looks like they're doing it in the opposite way to where Eric, he is on the right. I saw him last weekend. He was playing a fire deck last weekend, so because we're going to have another fire deck versus I think it's like a local Tennessee player on the left. I'm not sure what I'm playing with this. Looks like Eric is indeed playing Snake Eyes. It appears he's playing Snake Eyes with the Melodious card. That's been picking up the scene quite a bit lately. It's a very, very powerful version of it. Looks like Eric in the roll. Starting with reframe search. Because he's already drawn couplet. Oh my goodness, his hand is crazy. So he drew polymerization and the 2 guys that he want to fusion summon. That is certainly a hand, I will tell you that. It looks like he's a fusion summoner for Baka. And then he's got his chainlets. So the Melodious monsters will be going to the pendulum zones as pendulum scales. And then Baka will be, if I'm not mistaken, dumping one of the monsters. Or no, that was special summon. It dumps when it sends. So Eric is currently asking if the other player has an interaction. He's going to be dumping, looks like another copy of Reframe. So they're likely just playing the standard 8 cards that they play. They tend to play 1 couplet, 1 concerto, and then 3 of the good cards, 3 of the Refrain, and 3 of the Ostinato. That one in particular, a lot of people know that is the power card of the Melodious Snake Eye deck for sure. Here's he is Link summoning, possibly fusion summoning. He's currently trying to figure out exactly what it is that he wants to go into. Next thing into IP Masquerena. And Concerto will put us up at the bottom of the deck and we'll let him draw a card. And of course, blocking triggers to revive level 4 monsters. So, full display of the power of the Melodious cards, even when you draw, instead of Ostinato, even when you draw Polymerization into the bricks and go into Beyond. I'm sorry, Exceed the Pendulum. I did notice that he still has Snake Eyes cards as well, so his extra deck is largely different from, I'm not sure if largely is the right word, but his extra deck appears to be different. He has an extra line with Exceed the Pendulum that is not always super common in the Snake Eyes fusion deck. It looks like that's going to be responded to with Ghost Ogre, so Exceed the Pendulum is going to destroy. Rebrain is going to return to his hand. I see Snake Eyes top in Eric's hand. I'm curious to see if there's anything we can do with that. Fortunately, because he did draw so many of the bad cards, he had to normal summon a reframe, so he cannot normal summon the Snake Eyes popularity to get into that part of the deck. So it looks like his last card is Divine Temple. Divine Temple, an excellent card. There's something in the spell and trap zone. That would be Snake Eyes Diabell. So my favorite Snake Eyes card. Depending on what the rest of his cards are, this allows them to do extended plays. And it depends on what the rest of Eric's turn looks like. It appears that I've just now seen that the last card in his hand is Wish, so he's certainly able to keep this not being able to start by any stretch. There's a couple of searching for Concerto. Or I'm sorry, Concerto. So Concerto's in the hand. I see regular polymerization in the other player's hand. So here's the other player is playing some version of the Chimera deck. Two special Witch. Which will set certainly original Snake Eyes right here. So the original Snake Eyes will allow him to get to the entirety of the Snake Eye. Otherwise, you could argue that if he didn't have the Witch, you would argue that he should possibly put Snake Eye Ash or Snake Eye Poplar as well, trap zone with the Divine Temple, but the Snake Eyes Diabell Star certainly signals that he has more things that he can do in his hands. Now he is activating original, so we'll likely summon Snake Eye Ash right here. And the Snake Eye Ash will resolve, this will likely grab Poplar, special summon itself. It appears that Eric is off to the races. As of now, it looks like his opponent doesn't have any particular interaction pieces. We will have to see.
What's going on
What's going
here?
on, buddy?
Oh, you know.
Watching Eric on the wall. Eric's hand is really bad. He's playing the Melodious Snake Eye deck, and he had to start his turn with normal summon reframe. He had reframe, and he also drew Couplet and Concerto already. So he had to scale Concerto and then scale Couplet and activate Concerto. So he started his turn with polymerization, fusing, just throwing away two dudes.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
That's definitely a full combo though, so right?
Yeah. It got Ghost Ogre, but he had Witch in hand as well, so now he's doing the Snake Eyes stuff. So
Okay.
made it seem like his hand was really, really bad until what's his name on the left? I forget his name. What's his name on the left interacted with him.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's full combo through what appears to be no other interactions. Unless he's doing a very good job in concealing that he has Nibiru in his hand. Doesn't seem likely, but...
Yeah, this is definitely a pretty standard line from here.
Yeah. I think now that he has access to all the Snake Eyes stuff, he's doing pretty standard stuff for the most part.
So is his only hand trap he's resolved Ogre?
Yeah.
Okay.
From what I could see, he had Chimera cards in his hand. I think I saw Polymerization and Cornfield Quaddle or whatever, so. Puts the IP in the spell trap zone. This is nothing out of the ordinary right here.
Yeah, he definitely could have set up a little bit differently.
It's interesting that he summoned the Snake Eye Diabell Star before going into Link plays and potentially opens himself up to Nibiru by doing that.
He also hasn't Pendulum summoned yet, correct?
He's not Pendulum summoned yet.
Some people just don't want to factor that, but that's definitely a factor.
Yeah.
He can Pendulum summon here, and then he can also still go... Oh, wait, no, he can't activate Effect Dump unless there's a fusion on field.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to see the other guy's hand. It appears that it looks like two different spells. I know I saw Polymerization. There might be Chimera Fusion already in hand as well. And I did see Quaddle. Looks like Eric is in summoning with 3 of his monsters and 2 Celine. It looks like Flame Rouge is resolving, and Celine is resolving to gain a whole bunch of counters, and it looks like he's activating Celine, like later revive Diabell Star the Dark Witch. Would be a nasty punish if he had Nibiru and had all the restraint to wait to summon it until right now.
Wouldn't that be it? Is he just straight a princess, you think? Oppo's already up. That's setting up. He needs to get the
Right.
Flame Burst back, but I mean...
I think he was considering summoning Princess right there.
Well, that doesn't make any sense because the Flame Birds he'll be bringing back, he'll have to link away for a link 4 if he makes a link 4. Otherwise,
Right.
there was no point to summon the princess anyway. He messed up.
Yeah, I think he's trying to figure out the sequencing right now. And it's like you said, he still does have access to Pendulum Summon to get more bodies too, and he's not done that yet.
Yeah, he would have to put up someone before Judge.
Something that I may need to bring to your attention.
There's Lou running in the back.
Yeah, he is. So he did, in fact, choose to summon Princess.
Blue got that.
Raging Phoenix. So it looks like he's going to end on Appaloosa for 3 ANZ Lances, as well as the Divine Temple that could potentially revive the IP as well. So pretty strong board, all things considered, through an Ogre and through a very, very awkward hand with multiple Melodious cards in it, none of which were Ostinato. Couldn't quite tell what he drew for turn.
That's a very powerful board.
That is a
Did he
power-
end up Pendulum summoning?
He did not Pendulum Summon. I don't remember seeing him Pendulum Summon.
Okay, I see where the mistake is. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to Pendulum summon there, then go in for the princess line, so he also got to keep Flamebridge up.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I see
would agree
Temple
with
is
that.
up for the field spell, but that's like he's cut off his own follow up.
Probably just likely not used to the fact that
The fact that he could Pendulum summon.
Yeah.
People won't know.
Looks
It's
like
the
he
best
discarded
best strategy in the
Polymerization.
game.
Yeah. Discarded Polymerization for what's that monster's name? Nightmare Illusion? Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Or
six
Night-
new
yeah,
6 star.
Illusion Magician. Yeah.
You go.
That card is incredibly powerful.
It is.
One
It
of the
is
strongest
something
cards from
else.
Legacy just
Mhm.
certainly a big factor into why I think the Chimera deck is seeing quite a bit more popularity. It looks like both the Nightmare Magician and the Quaddle have been met with Appaloosa. Appears he didn't draw any non-engine that lets him interact with Appaloosa before playing those cards, so
You pass turn.
yeah. Sometimes it's rough. Play was passed back to Eric.
How much? Oh, well, he knew he had a pendulum summon. How much do you actually
He
think
did it this
there's?
time, so it's really curious. I don't remember him doing it in game 1 as well. Interesting. Looks like he's appearing in Link Summon 2.
No.
Going into the Nightmare Phoenix, which is co-linked with both Zealantis and Appaloosa right now, so if it comes up, none of those 3 monsters will be able to be destroyed by battle right now. The last samurai and the lab daddy himself, yes sir. Yes sir. It appears Noah had to step away from the minute. He is judging the tournament as well as, coming to do commentary every now and then, so pretty cool stuff there. This appears to be just like a standard Zealantis OTK line. I believe this is enough damage because the Raging Phoenix revives itself with additional attack points. Interesting. It appears he's able to defend himself with a new card that I've never seen before. I have seen that card, I've never read it. I don't remember that card's name. Pretty cool card from Pain and Rage. Looks like it special summons itself in an attempt to block an attack. So this is changed that Eric might not be OTK this turn. That's entirely possible. It appears Eric is figuring out if he can activate Divine Temple right here. Yes, actually, the Kentucky boys are. Well, it looks like Kentucky has 2 teams or whatever. One of them is on stream right now. You might recognize this is Eric from T2D on the right here. Currently trying to OTK with his Snake Eyes Melodious stuff. I can look up while we're waiting. Let me see if I can look up the monster that the Chimera player has used. It appears that he's passing, so. Eric, of course, reading new Candle card multiple times just to make sure he knows what it does. Something that's always encouraged to do, especially with it's a card that you've never ever seen before. You never ever want to make a mistake just because you haven't seen a card before. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure exactly what that particular card is. It looks like he is summoning and resolving the effect of Mirror Sword Knight, as well as a special summon Big Baphomet from his deck, which will be triggered to search for Chimera Heat as well as one of the illusion monsters. Gazelle is very often the one that gets summoned. Of course, Eric is responding to Temple. So he's using Princess as well. And he is using unbelievable Mind Chaining spell. Looks like he also has the main runners as well. He's going to be using the Native Clan Big Baphomet. It was special in his turn, so there's a valid target for that. Princess will summon itself. Of course, the sequencing is important. And it looks like he can see it. So it looks like Eric only game 1. What I was pointing out there is a lot of people already know is that sequencing is really, really important right there. You want to make sure that all the effects get negated, but also that your princess popping something doesn't cause like your mourner or your effect or like anything like that to not be able to resolve against the intended target. As well as summoning princess specifically linked to the Zealantis, so that if he was able to continue playing, when he enters battle phase, you can use the Zealantis to destroy one of the cards. It was already linked to the co-linked to the Appaloosa, so that would have been a pop 3 for Zealantis if it had got to that point in the battle phase, which I think is pretty cool. Very interesting. I used to think that the Chimera deck was really, really good at going second, because they used to play a lot of like Brain Diffusions and stuff like that. And of course, they had the Guardian Chimera, almost exclusively to be able to crack boards, but now, interestingly enough, with Nightmare Magician, as well as Diabolese, the new cards from Legacy of Shogun that they like to play, they actually put up some really strong boards going first. They can do more than just summon the Chimera Fusion monster to rip from the hand on turn one. Very often they also end on Diabolese, the fusion monster engraved. They usually send like the Dark Barrier statue to the graveyard or whatever so that they can summon that on their opponent's turn. So there's a lot of strong things with the Chimera decks. It's actually scarier than it used to be. Going first. Let's see if any of that comes up in this game. Here's that they're shuffling up for game 2. Eric, of course, loaded up on the hand traps that we can see while he is shuffling. He has the Mourner and the Veiler, as well as the Infinite Permanence. I'm assuming Ash Blossom is a very, very important card. I saw it evenly matched just now as he was shuffling. Potentially a Kashira Fenrir as well. So certainly a large quantity of non-engine. I think that was a Forbidden Droplets as well, Triple Tactics Talent, so unbelievable amount of different non-engine choices. So it'll be very interesting to see which ones he opens up with, how he's able to cut out the board that the Chimera player is going to be making going first. Hands are being drawn. It appears that the Chimera player has opened several fusion cards. It looks like he has Fright for Patchwork and Polymerization and Chimera Fusion already in hand, so bit of a rough hand. Certainly some of these cards are playable, but you won't be able to use every single card in your hand on this first turn. Patchwork Resolves, it's always a very, very important step. I believe that is, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that is Big Moon Baphomet in his hand as well. So there's Mirror Sword Knight, so he does have one other powerful card. This is one of the most important interaction points being able to interact with Mirror Sword Knight, so it works out for him that that didn't hit something like Ash Blossom, for example. So he is summoning Gazelle right here, and then Gazelle will be activated. Search. So considering if he wants to respond to that particular card, signaling almost certainly that he's opened up at least something to interact with. He knows that the Chimera player already has Polymerization and an Edge Imp Chain, so he has to figure out where to use this effect with potentially other hand traps that he has as well. So he does elect to use the effect right here. It looks like Chimera Fusion is being chained to that. Looks like he's using the Edge Imp Chain, so it's making Chimera Fusion monster right here. This is the one that is pretty standard. You see it on almost every going first board. This one rips a card out of Eric's hand. At the end phase of the turn, so it looks like he's going to be able to resolve all of his effects. So, do we know what the Chimera player's opponent is playing? Yes, he's playing Melodious Snake Eye. And he won game 1, Eric won game 1, so the Chimera player is going first in game 2, is where we're at right now. Sometimes because of like cards such as Chimera Fusion, it can be very, very tricky to time the targeted hand traps, such as the Ghost Order. Or I'm not sorry, not the Ghost Order, like the Ghost Spell, the Effect Veilers, stuff like that. Able to use Polymerization before the turn. Now he's fusing with the big movie Perfomet that I was able to see in his hand. Some of the other Chimera Fusion monsters. This is the one that Foolish Burial's one, if I'm not mistaken. And then the big movie Perfomet will revive the Gear Sword Knight. So I did see the Dark Barrier statue, and he is sitting out in the barrier. So his game plan is going to be to, assuming Eric has another interaction, he's going to rip a card out of his hand, and then he's going to try his best to lock in with Barrier statue. Which the Snake Eyes deck has a difficult time outing. It depends on how much other interaction is available, but you can inside Dark Witch under the Dark Barrier statue. So it looks like he's setting 3. Let's see, resolving the in-phase effect to rip a card out of his hand. So Eric lost Bonfire, one of the most powerful cards, although not a particularly useful one when you're under Barrier statue, but one of the most powerful cards in his hand. So we'll have to see what other cards Eric has left. So going for their pretty normal game plan, I would say. Is resolving to search for 2 more cards. This is really, really important sequencing. Obviously, you want to revive your barrier statue to lock your opponent now, but you want to make sure that you also have the necessary amount of cards to use Chimera Fusion to potentially use for Guardian Chimera to block any attacks on the Dark Barrier statue. So, Chimera player clearly showing that he knows how to play his deck fairly well. Eric has a very interesting card, Change of Heart. Another really curious non-engine card. Here's that has been activated with Cool Bottle, activating Wanted. This will get to Diabell Star Black Witch. Black Witch is certainly a card that you can summon under the barrier section. It appears he's searching for Snake Eye Diabell Star, which should signal that he already has Black Witch in his hand at the very least. See a special Black Witch right here. Fortunately, Eric, as few cards as he has, when he chooses to set what is likely original Simples was out of his deck, he can get the Chimera player can respond to Chimera Fusion, fuse for Guardian Chimera, and then destroy both of those cards, which puts him in a really, really bad spot. But it looks like he's using Mirror Sword Knight to just go ahead and negate the guy. Interestingly enough, he is letting the barrier statue be attacked and destroyed. There's a argument for summoning Guardian Chimera right there just to block that particular attack and keep up your barrier statue, but he chose to let his barrier statue get destroyed instead. It appears Eric is passing. It looks like he's mostly out of resources. Chimera player is passing back to him. Or the turn's play he passed back to the Chimera opponent.
I'm back.
What's going on? So, yeah. Just commenting this cool match. Chimera player seems like he's completely in the driver's seat for game 2. He's using for Guardian Chimera right now. And that will do it for Eric. So that'll be the end of game 2. And then we're going to sign up for game 3. What's up?
I'm just chilling, man.
Yeah.
Just came to see the action.
Yeah. It's been an exciting couple feature matches so far.
It's cool. The feature on the left, so Sam's on the left. They're local Morristown guys.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
local
I noticed that. Yeah, local Tennessee players. Both feature matches we've had Kentucky versus Tennessee.
Me and Connor, which we haven't brought it up to anybody that would be playing yet, but we're
Yeah.
talking about me and Connor both drafting a Ironman team.
Yeah?
A Kentucky versus Tennessee Ironman
Oh,
team.
yeah.
And like streaming it. I think that would be cool.
That would be so cool.
So maybe look for that, guys, because there would be like every single person would have like top or one a premier event. Like,
I shot you.
There's a lot of talent in Kentucky and Tennessee.
which one is that? Toss it over. I see.
Okay.
We're giving this thing away.
Heck yeah, we are.
Yeah.
This box is
I
nice.
paid someone's entry. Can I win?
Jeez, look at that thing.
Look at
It's
that.
green, like the Goo Boys.
Yes, sir.
It is,
The
just like
Dueling
us.
Guard stuff's so cool, dude. And they're coming out with a bunch of new cool stuff, too. We're giving away deck box, we're giving away some... brought this over here to show it off. We're giving away sleeves, which their sleeves are pretty cool. This dank ritual mouse.
I
I've
think
given
it's sick. I like the mouse.
I've given my thoughts on the mouse. As an avid PC player and connoisseur, I kind of hate the mouse. But
Yeah.
like, also, if you all you care about is like the aesthetics of it, it looks really sick.
It does look very cool.
So if you're a person that just like wants a lightweight mouse that like just looks really cool, it looks really cool, and like it's Snake Ritual themed. So I told them that as well. I'm not just like crap talking them. I'm like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
guys, there's some things you should probably change, and they took that very well. So shout out to them. But and the Dueling Guard binder.
Love the Dueling Guard binders.
Yeah, we're giving away a ton of stuff, man. We're giving away like 3 things around. Also gave Dueling Guard some feedback because
Feedback about
they
their
gave us
sleeves, yep.
sleeves to give feedback on, and they said that they would be changing like everything basically that we mentioned. So the sleeves are already cool, and I think they're going to be even cooler.
Yeah.
But a bunch of people get to try them. So
Yeah. No, when we got to try them, I didn't hate them at all for sure.
yeah,
It's not a bad pack of sleeves.
I liked them. I just the ones that we got, they were like the first run, and the corner stuck a little bit. That's
Yeah.
the only bad feedback basically that we had. Like I think other than that, they're really nice.
Right. Yeah.
So, but easy fix, I feel like. Luke, you catch any huge snakes or not? Okay, so, dude.
Tell me about the vacation.
Okay,
Tell me
Me
about
and Connor went to the Everglades. This past week, we got home at like 1:30 this morning. Dude, it was crazy. We were only in the Everglades for a couple days, but like the last day, we went out. We're like, man, we're not gonna find any snakes, and we were driving around, and there were like 40 people looking for snakes. There were like probably like 6 or 7 groups of like
Yeah.
4 or 5 people, like driving around, spotlighting, walking around, like it was crazy. And we're like, there's no way, but we got one, baby. We got one. It wasn't like that big. It's 4.5 feet. But it's the only one that we could find. But it was sick. It made the trip worth it for sure. We got one. So
Speaking of snakes, Erica summoned Snake Eye Ash. It is resolved, especially in Poplar. Poplar is now going to get a Snake Eye spell and trap. Having full knowledge that he's now playing against the Chimera deck, he might choose to make a different end board. Chimera deck's known for being able to crack boards better than preventing them from happening. You see a lot of board breakers in those strategies more often than you see like traditional hand traps.
knowing Sam also, he plays some wild stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know what version of it he's playing today, but he plays like, at least at locals, because he goes to my locals, he plays like Gate Guardian Chimera
Oh,
and
my
stuff, and
goodness.
like just like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But like it actually is kind of terrifying because you sit down across from him and you're like, I don't know what this guy's
you
gonna
don't
be
know what's
playing,
going on,
dude. Like,
I've seen a couple cool versions of the Chimera deck. I saw a Chimera Melodious deck that I thought was really, really interesting. And I've seen people play Chimera with like runic cards before. Like there's a lot you can do with those cards.
yeah.
Eric's hand appears to be filled with quite a bit of engine. Saw multiple spell cards in his hand as well as monsters. So see on the top of his deck right there a dimensional barrier, and interesting to see that if he has wanted, he could potentially access that very, very important card in the matchup by going ahead and taking his draw for the turn with wanted if he already has it. So guys, Diabell Star is summoning itself from the spell trap zone. And this is usually, I would argue, the check right here for Nibiru, because he could potentially summon Appaloosa. So if you have Nibiru, you're highly encouraged to make it right here. So Eric should now be playing with the knowledge that his opponent very likely does not have Nibiru in his hand. Because thanks to this Snake Eyes Flamberge being in play, because of that card just like being in rotation in general, it makes it really, really awkward to Nibiru at any other spot. So Eric considering his lines right here, making what I would believe is potentially a Link 3, very possibly about to summon Promethean Princess right here. Instead, elects to summon Hida, potentially signaling that interesting line of play. It's potentially signaling that he wanted to go for a Selene play as well, in order to end on Appaloosa. Yes, so he's now making Selene with Hida being the spellcaster. So now Flamberge is going to revive 2 monsters. Selene is going to revive the Snake Eyes Diabell Star. Very, very important that that particular card is a spellcaster. So making Appaloosa right here. It looks like he's activating Snake Eye Oak. This is likely going to summon the second copy of... Or no, it appears like he's Link summoning. I apologize. So summoning a Nightmare Phoenix that cannot be destroyed with battle instead. So an interesting line of play right here. Really leaning into the Divine Temple being able to summon the IP Masquerade because he linked off his Flamberge and didn't end with one out of the field. Interesting. So the players are revealing their hands. It likely signals that the match has ended for both of the other players, and that one of the teams has already won. So no need to finish this match. trying to pick up what they're talking about right here. Very often you find it like these kind of tournaments, like these tournaments and higher level tournaments and stuff like that. You find that the better players tend to like just help each other. Like even after the match, like they'll show people like what they were side decking, like what like how the match would have ended if you could have potentially played this line differently or this one. Discussing different cards, like all that kind of stuff. So players are always just trying to help each other. Everybody's trying to get better. You'd love to see it. I love especially at community-driven tournaments, such as like this one, for example. Stuff like this tends to happen pretty often. It's really, really enjoyable to see. What up?
I have this. Since I was trash talking, I figured I'd show it off.
Oh yeah, look at the mouse.
See, it looks sick.
It does look sick, doesn't it?
It does. Would use. Based on aesthetic.
Right. Love a good aesthetic mouse.
Oh, and for anybody who wants to know about the python hunting, it's going to be on our channel. We like vlogged it, and it's going to be under a Snake Eyes profile. So you guys are just going to have to like kind of sift through. If you see a Snake
God, that's
Eyes
gonna be
profile,
awesome.
you're going to have to click on it because it might be it. I don't know.
You never know.
You never know.
Hey, you were saying if you can, you want to see if you can bring Eric in here for like an interview or something, just to fill up time if he wants to.
Oh, the one that was just playing.
Yeah. You the guy in the play. Yeah.
I was like,
See
which
if you
Eric?
see if,
And I was like, oh, his name
you're good.
is
Yeah.
Eric.
See if he wants to come in here, talk to me for a couple minutes. What's up, baby? How you doing? Take a seat. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Up, chilling.
Good.
Shout out the team carrying me. You know how it goes.
You know how it goes. We were wondering about that because we were watching the match in here and we were commentating, but you guys kind of stopped out of nowhere, so we couldn't tell who won between the
my
two
team won.
teams.
Yeah.
They carried you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I think I was always winning that game, but
Probably. It looked like your hand was really strong
Yeah.
as well.
it was awkward because I'm playing
I saw.
Melodious Snake and I had to start with just Snake Eye Ash.
Yeah.
So a little worse than the deck. But
We saw game one as well, where your start was really, really awkward.
Yeah.
Where you drew, it looked like you
Drew
drew all
both
the
the
Melodious
bricks,
cards except
yeah.
Ostinato.
yeah.
So you had to start with just polymerization, 2 dudes away.
It got me there.
Yeah, it got you.
thankfully.
It got
Didn't
you
have no
there,
fan
yeah.
traps, but
Yeah, shout
Super.
out to Melodious cards. They are very
they're
strong.
so good.
Yeah, you really feeling that version of the deck more than the cashier version or the
So
like
I'm
the pure Fire King
In
Indie
between that and Cash right now, Melodious is so powerful.
version. It's so good.
It's like you have to play more bricks, obviously.
Yeah,
Like drawing Concerto by itself sucks.
yeah,
But I think the power versus
worth it, yeah.
consistency is worth it right now.
yeah. We saw game one where like through a Ghost Ogre you ended with like tons of Link 4s, like Appaloosa and another one and Z-Lances.
Yeah.
Like you put up like 12, 13 Link
You
materials
just
or
have
whatever.
so much link material with
I know,
Melodious
it's
cards.
insane,
It's insane.
yeah.
Sometimes it's kind of awkward though because you have so much link material. It's like you need to
like-
Diamond Dire Wolf your own cards. To,
Yeah.
To have room to summon more.
Never feels good when you have to do that.
It is not.
Yeah. But how are you, like other than that? How are you feeling about the tournament? Things going well?
Good. Yeah.
Goes go well. How's your team doing?
Good.
Good.
Carried me that
Good?
first round.
Yeah,
I got
we
cooked
saw-
up by Zephyr.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw Zach play round 1 and then you played round 2, so that's pretty cool. I haven't got to see Connor yet, but I'm sure we'll get him in here. at
It
some
won't be
point.
before you guys. It won't be long before you guys get him on there.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. Other than that, is there anything else you want to talk about or anything? Chilling. Say hi to everybody on the stream.
What's up, chat? Shout out my team.
Yeah.
They're great. Give
Yeah,
me
we,
the
we,
light next
we were
round.
talking about how
Bye.
we just found out that TTD is also having a tournament today. Didn't even know about that. They're doing. What are they doing? They're
It's
doing like
Rarity Collection Case.
Rarity
tournament.
Collection Case. Yeah. Makes sense. I think that's where Joe is today. He
Yeah.
wasn't able to make it out here today, but We were excited that a bunch of you guys came down here, even though TTD was having a tournament.
I think it was maybe the week before TTD announced they were having it. We already decided we were coming here. So
Yeah. So just full committed to it.
Yes,
We'd love
sir.
to see it. And we love TTD. We love supporting them and all their tournaments and all that.
shout out TTD.
Yeah, great store. Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
3v3s are a lot of fun too. Rather playing
Heck
a
yeah, they
3v3 than a solo tourney right now.
Yeah. I'm trying the commentary thing today or whatever.
How's it been?
It's fun. I like yapping about Yu-Gi-Oh. I can't tell, but I hope chat isn't completely bored of me just yapping all day. I'm gonna be doing this all day.
I mean,
I'm not playing at all.
Better talking than just sitting there watching the game doing
Yeah.
nothing, you know?
I like doing the other stuff every now and
Yeah.
then.
Just switch it up.
I've been trying to just because I've been playing so long, I have like a personal goals. Like for me, I want to do everything at least once. So it's like I want to judge like a big tournament at least once. Like I want to vend a YCS like behind a booth.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I bet that would. Yeah.
Definitely do try judge a big event. I know Eli and Clips have been talking about wanting to try a judge event.
Yeah, I've done a regional once,
Okay.
and I did an OTS. What's the regional was interesting. It didn't go bad, but I don't know if it was supposed to happen like this. But they moved me into like 4 different spots. So it was like, you know how there's judges and everyone gets assigned
Yeah.
to do something. First, I don't know if it's supposed to be like this, but at that regional, it was a TNLG regional. It was probably like 4 years ago or something. They moved me around everywhere. So it was like round 1 and 2. They had me at certain tables, and they would just like watch these tables and answer judge calls. And it was like the lower tables. Then round 3 and 4, they had me on the deck check team. I had to deck check people and bid around deck check people. And then round 5, 6, and 7, they had me on the side event tables. And the side
moving you
events everywhere. And then the side event finished before round 8. It was an 8-round regional. And then round 8, they were just like watch these tables. And then the last tables they had me watch was table like 1 through 6.
Okay.
It was interesting, right? It was everything. It wasn't a bad experience at all.
How's deck check? I feel like that'd be kind of awkward.
It was awkward. I don't know. It was almost fun.
Yeah.
Just get to see other people's decks or whatever. Like
Right.
I forget what it was, but I saw one person's deck. He had a gorgeous deck. It was all
Okay.
maxed out. It was pretty.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was one guy I checked, and I forget what it was for, but he had an error. So that was an interesting experience. Like me having to be the guy go over there, tell him,
Yeah.
"Hey, you
It
lose
can't
game
feel
1.
good.
Like you had this." He was missing he was playing a 60-card deck, and he had like 8 cards not written down. So we had to tell him that there were like a bunch of power cards he couldn't play with or whatever. Yeah. But I don't know.
I
It
just
was
don't
interesting.
get
Though.
how people mess up deck lists personally.
It happens, yeah.
I mean, of course it happens.
It happens. I want to say I've only messed up one deck list in like, God, however many years I've played. So many at this point.
I used to write my deck list,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I think it was a goo event.
Yeah.
Connor had a deck list in it.
Yeah.
And after that, I'm like, I will print my deck list
We will print it
forever.
ever good. Were you at the national one a few weeks ago when last round Gage got deck checked and then I got deck checked? Did you see that? We
When your
were
hand was-
roasting Gage. I love Gage, but when Gage and Connor both got game lost for missing cards, whatever, like Gage was missing Divine Temple, and then I got mid round deck checked, and then my deck came back fine. So I just gonna be like, "Ha! I put Divine Temple on my deck. You suck." He was
That
running
was
his deck
so
list out this morning, and I
unfortunate
told
for
him,
you.
"Don't forget Divine Temple."
That event was so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like, your hand was crazy.
My hand was crazy. Yeah.
And then like, all right, deck check.
Deck check, yep.
Like,
Who knows if I would have, I would have topped that regional if I'd won
Yeah.
that round, but, that was only game 2, and I lost game 1, so I would have at least got to
It's
game
guaranteed
3 almost
game 3.
certainly, and then
Yeah.
who knows, right?
right.
Yeah.
It's kind of up to chance at that point. but
Yeah.
Better that than.
I mean,
getting
it
screwed
felt
like
it felt
that.
bad in the moment, but
Yeah.
they were allowed to do it. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
the
for
match
sure.
hadn't fully started yet or whatever. So it was whatever,
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's kind of unfortunate though. Like they did it after you already drew your hand. I know
Yeah,
normally they're doing
it was weird. It was
before.
like I had drawn my hand. My opponent was drawing his hand. Like I think he had put the cards on the mat, hadn't picked them up yet or whatever.
Okay.
So it was really weird. I don't remember it fully though. My opponent was really nice. He felt really bad for me. I was like, yeah, it happens.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's all good.
Judges aren't perfect.
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
yeah. It's unfortunate when stuff like that happens.
Yeah,
I
it
remember,
is.
my other loss that tournament was I lost to a lab guy. The open rivalry game 1. I couldn't do anything about it. In game 2,
your
game 2
deck,
took
though?
so long that I think he won game 2 also, but game 2 took like 38 minutes or something crazy.
Okay.
Like he just would not. Like he
Yeah.
would not concede and kept staying in the game or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Hey Lou, how are you doing?
So why, man?
Yeah. How's the battlegrounds going?
I'm not playing by it, bro.
we're joking
All
about
your
that,
all your
obviously.
tournament experience.
Turn experience is great.
Yeah.
You know,
Thanks.
you got some improvement to do. Or they fixed it for you.
It's true. It's true. He said my siding pattern was poor.
Yeah.
Hadn't played against Chimera before. At least with this deck. Siding was a little awkward.
We were talking about that on camera because Luke was in here doing the match with that. Nightmare deck's kind of scary now
Yeah.
with all the new stuff they do, like that
Nightmare
set up
Prince
barrier
is
statue
crazy.
going first thing. It's
Diabells is very good.
it's
They
Flunderies
have
all over
infinite
again.
follow-ups.
Yeah. They add like
Infinite follow-ups.
30 cards to their hand.
Yeah.
In the specialty room. Oh, yeah, doing a podcast?
What's up, guys? Now we're streaming. Yeah, we're just
That's
talking
what
in chat.
that is, the stream.
How you doing?
Doing well, doing well.
We had you on camera round one, Zach.
Yes, if you
You
were-
watched me misplay a couple times.
Yeah,
too.
we did.
Get in for the talk about your game one, Zach. Huh? Talk about game one.
Talk
Or
about
round
game
one,
one.
I guess.
Yeah.
They didn't get you in here.
Is
he B? He's B.
See if I remember.
Yeah, we'll see if I remember it too.
Let's see. I believe game one went something like I opened 5 spells,
I think I remember that.
and then he puppeted me.
Yeah, you had to play against PJ.
Yep.
Yeah,
He
he puppet locked
puppeted
you.
me immediately. And then game 2, I went uninterrupted 2-card combo, making the Herald combo. Droplets imperm, Droplets
Right.
stopped his turn. I won that. Game 3, opened super weak, impermed the Aluber. He set a Brandon Red that we caught. He bled it, so we knew it was a Brandon Red. It wasn't a threat. He also bled a Talents in his hand. And so the only thing we were concerned with was Nib.
Yeah.
And we played right into Nib, obviously.
Right. Didn't have it.
Just just threw 5 cards on
Yeah,
the board.
I do it all the time with Brandon too.
Pairings are up. We're
So,
All right.
next round.
Good luck round
Sir,
3.
Good to see you both.
Yep. Talk to you guys later, all that good stuff. Having a good tournament so far, Lou? Good. Good. Ask Gage how he's messed up 70% of his deck list. Yeah, I don't understand. But God, he's so bad at deck lists. It's really, really funny. We roast him about it all the time. I don't know what he does, because he doesn't write them out last minute. Like, I remember at Raleigh, we were all at the Goo House or whatever, like the Thursday before Raleigh, and we all, and I don't know if he had a deck list error that particular round or whatever, but we all wrote out our deck lists like on Thursday and submit them. So we had plenty of time, so I'm not sure what happened there. I'm going to switch the camera right now. Looks like round 3 is about to start. So we got a couple cool players right here. I believe that is Dylan Fox playing on the left, if I'm not mistaken. Love Dylan Fox, a good gamer, unbelievably terrific person. Oh yeah, I can tell it's Fox because of the beard. It looks like he's playing against another Tennessee undefeated team. I don't know if you guys can hear this on the stream, but they're doing door prizes right now, so they're about to start round 3 in just a second. So if you come out to one of our tournaments, we love giving stuff away. We get, because of our sponsorships or whatever, we get all kinds of cool stuff, like lots of cool dueling guard stuff and other things. So cool binders, cool sleeves, cool gaming PC accessories. You guys saw the mouse earlier and all that. So love just giving stuff away. Love treating people right. Love when people come out, support local tournaments, that kind of stuff. I believe the match is going to be starting here in just a moment. I was talking with Fox earlier before the tournament started, so I'm almost certain he is playing a fire deck. He's playing Snake Eyes cards, and it looks like his opponent. I believe I saw Kashtira Theosis, so I believe his opponent is playing Kashtira, if I am not mistaken. He could possibly be playing a Snake Eyes version that leans into Theosis, although that's far from common. So I would assume he's playing pure Kashtira.
I have to come and commentate on this one.
Heck yeah.
These are my boys. Now, this
Yeah.
is professional duelist Dylan,
Dylan
Fox,
Fox.
versus the man, the myth, the legend. Young come up. Still hasn't topped a regional yet, but he's here already at table 1. Zane.
Yes, sir.
Now, Zane is kind of an underdog right now.
Yeah.
He's kind of a sleeper, but he is a powerful duelist. Let me tell you what.
Well, he won a powerful die roll against Dylan Fox. Looks like he's going
See,
first.
winning the die roll, it's going to be good. He's playing pure cash. He's playing stun cards. This is the kind of stuff he needs to see
Open
going
with
first.
Unicorn, that's what you want to do. Of
Oh,
course.
absolutely.
Love to see it. Searching for Cashier Theosis. Likely signaling he already has Birth in his hand.
Absolutely.
Fox counters with the main deck Droll and Lockbird. Lines up really, really well against Cashier sometimes. Especially if they open Planet or Terraforming. It lines up incredibly well against their cards.
Fox v Zane.
Yep. Taking the Princess particularly out of Fox's extra deck signals that he probably only has 1 in his extra deck. Very commonly, if they play 2, people usually target things like Zealantis or Axis Good Talker first.
Okay, so we get to see Dylan's hands here.
Yeah. So,
Ash,
strong
Fenrir.
hand.
Oh, yeah, that is a very powerful hand. Hard hit. Definitely has to hit Wanted here, right?
I believe so. Wanted and then set up interaction for the Snake Eye Ash. Seems like a good game.
And
plan.
Droll has already been resolved as well.
It's interesting under Droll. It depends on how strong Zane's hand is to see what he's able to set up underneath Droll to beat the Snake Eye Ash, because he also has to contend with Fenrir as well.
It's definitely
But
rough.
he shuffled away Snake Eye's Ash, so depending on the rest of his hand, might signal that he has Ash Blossom in his hand for the Wanted. This Theosis gets met with Ash Blossom, so nothing crazy there. Special summons Cashier Fenrir. Fenrir searching Fenrir.
How many rounds y'all doing? We are doing 5.
5 rounds of Swiss.
Ask Gage how he messes up 70% of his deck lists. We usually just ridicule him for it. We don't really ask.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we don't really ask. We just... It's probably not the way to go, though. Don't do that to your homies.
Yeah. I told them the story about how at the, I don't know if you heard, at the National Regional, when Gage and I sat next to each other round 8, we're both playing for top 8, and we're both like X1 or whatever, and then Gage gets deck checked, like he gets start of the round deck checked, and he gets game lost because he didn't have Divine Temple in his extra deck. And then I got mid-round deck checked, and my deck came back fine, so I was like, ha! You suck.
Oh, man.
And I got to play with Divine Temple, he didn't.
Gage is wild, bro.
I know.
But, like, why don't you print your deck list? He's like, I did. I'm like, what do you mean you did? Like, I was just doing it last minute. I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Ooh, Dueling Guard sleeves.
Very fancy. I got the fancy Goo Game sleeves right here.
Jeez, boy.
Love to see it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I got shuffle these because I don't have real cards to shuffle. Fox playing a very Dylan Fox card. Snake Eyes Birch, very uncommon card.
There were a lot of people that were actually playing that card.
Really?
There for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I know Chester, who I don't know what Chester's even playing today,
Yeah.
but Chester at I think Vegas said that Birch was his favorite card in the deck.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it like helps you extend through interaction.
Yeah. Sometimes you can do some neat setups too. Tribute to Summon Flamberge or whatever on your opponent's turn.
Yeah, it's a card.
It's definitely a card for sure. It's not a bad one by any stretch.
I also have to do my mandatory shout out to the merch in the video. Zane wearing the Thomas Dark Hole shirt
Absolutely.
at GoGaming.com. You can go get your very own. Those are my boys right there.
Yeah.
Zane and Fox are.
Yeah.
they're
I
the
played
homies.
against both these guys countless times. I love both of them. They're great.
Same. Every time I play against Zane at locals, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always great.
He's a good guy. I want to say last time I played against Zane, he was playing Cashier. I think I was playing the Labyrinth deck. I think it was a few months ago.
Yeah, he's been playing Castro basically since Manadium got hit because he was playing Manadium.
Okay.
And then once the Synchros got banned, he's just
Yeah.
like, well, I'll
rough
play
from
Castro.
the Canadian players out here.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
testing the like crazy Scareclaw deck as well, but
So yeah, here's one of the cool parts about Snake Eyes Burst right here. Fox is using it right here to attempt to stave off this attack. He's likely going to summon either Snake Eyes Diabell Star or Flameburge in attack mode. Also chooses to go for Snake Eye Ash. He's going to lose a third monster out of his extra deck.
Perch is a very Dylan Fox card.
It is.
Yeah.
I believe Fox has lost Princess, IP, and what was the other card? I'm going to say Zealantis are gone already.
From Unicorn?
Possibly. Might have been Axis Cup Talker as well.
Or he's hit him with Unicorn? Or how are they
Oh yeah,
going?
yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
He's using the Unicorn
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
He used it
That's
two
crazy.
times already.
That's crazy.
He's already gotten 3 cards with Unicorn, yeah.
People sleep on those cards, man.
The cashier
Unicorn
card?
is so...
Unicorn is ignorant.
Like, I know that Snake Eyes Cash is like a really good deck right now. Like, it's a prominent deck, but I feel like that's just not a card that people think about as much anymore as Unicorn. Like, used to, people were like, oh, I got to play 2 of this very important card because they can rip it.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, well, if they rip it, I
They rip
guess.
it, yeah.
It's just, it sucks.
Special summoning Rise Heart, resolving Rise Heart. Rise Heart too, right? Sometimes this card just banishes stuff off the top of your deck you don't want. You just lose powerful one-ofs out of nowhere for no reason.
It is crazy. I've actually, like, I think hit both anglers off the top of somebody's
Yeah.
deck, like in Sprite, like the Sprite format.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's
Rise
absolutely.
Heart's very, very powerful.
It's
There's just something another unicorn. I was talking earlier about how it's really interesting. It's so different in the TCG because in Master Duel this deck is completely slaughtered. Like all of the cards are at one birth, one unicorn, one Fenrir, all that kind of stuff. One planet as well. 2-dimension shifter. Deck is completely different. Wow. In Master Duel.
yeah, it's crazy that it doesn't do really anything in the TCG.
Yeah.
Deck's just so powerful.
Yeah.
I think there will be a deck that meshes with it really well at some point. I don't know what that deck will be.
Yeah.
It's like the one deck you can't play the Melodious engine in, which sucks.
Yeah. Melodious cards are awesome right now.
They're so good, but you can't control monsters.
Right.
And then to summon cash cards, you have to control no monsters. So
Yeah,
it's like you
conflicts,
can
right.
either do one or the other. Yeah, Melodious cards are insane right now.
Kind of the same problem that like the Sword Soul deck had, right? Where it's like they need no monsters to summon their tingies, so the cashier deck can never play like Fenrir's is non-engine, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even though they would love to because they're extra level 7 monsters. Diabellstar being hit by Ghost Mourner. I've seen a lot of main deck Ghost Mourner today. That card's certainly picking up in popularity.
Yeah. I think, especially with Kashtira, it's really popular. They still have to respect the fact that they're playing main deck shifter. Rarity collection, man. Ghost Mourner ultis looks so cool. I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I'll. Can you reach my bag?
Yeah.
I got one in there.
This your bag right here?
Yeah, that one.
I was gonna say I haven't been to locals this week, so I haven't seen any Rarity Collection 2 stuff yet. Like I know it exists and I know it's pretty, but I haven't seen any of it myself yet.
I've got a couple of things on me. Not sure where though. Oh, actually. So, yep. Good morning.
Let me see. So this is oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness. I don't know if we can get this on camera. Look
I don't know
at
if we can
this. I don't know if you guys can see like the texturing or whatever, but Rarity Collection 2.
Yeah, the ulti foiling looks really, really nice.
Yeah,
on
you
a
can
lot of
see it
cards.
like the waves almost. I'm trying to get a shadow in it.
They're still really dark, so like it's still hard to tell on some of them. But like, check out the Saravis too. See the swirls in the foiling?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like the ultis for this set are actually really cool.
Really cool. It looks like they stepped him up quite a bit from set 1.
I think they did. And
Yeah.
but yeah, I actually want some of the ultis from this set. Like I think that they're really
I
cool.
do too, honestly. You can see like the Saravis, it's got the swirls in the foiling. I don't know if you guys can see it. The actual Saravis monster itself pops out from the background. It almost looks a little like a 3D effect,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
really
not
cool.
present on the other one. It's really cool. I like that.
Me too.
Very cool.
There's some other like mid ultis,
Yeah.
but then there's like the QCRs look really nice too. I think that the
Okay.
QCRs, some of them are kind of the foils lighter on them than on Rarity 1, because I know on Rarity 1 like the QCRs were.
Interesting.
Super
There's some
dark.
really cool ones. Gotta have planets for you, Mr. Kashtira man over here.
Oh, I need some planets. Bro.
You gotta have the planets.
I need some planets.
Yeah. Let's see. Is that the Dylan Fox live on stream? Yes, it is.
It is.
I actually don't even have the pairings myself in here. I just knew it was Dylan Fox because I could see the beard coming down from the top of the camera. So I knew it was him without having to actually see who was sitting down.
The new Plat Secret is blinding, dude.
It is, yeah. This genuinely is genuine reaction. This is my first time seeing these in person. I didn't go to locals or anything
You
this
seen a
week.
Plat Secret?
Let me see. Plat Secret Rescue Cat right here. This is almost my favorite card ever. Look at this. People were talking about how
I have
the
a Plat
Platinum
Secret Rabbit,
Secrets look
too, if you-
much better in set 2 than in set 1. These look absolutely
Here's
ridiculous.
Plat Secret favorite card ever. There you go.
Hey,
Yeah,
I like
there you
this one. This one's cool. Favorite card ever, Rescue Rabbit. I gotta get some QCRs of these for my personal collection. Favorite card ever. Love this guy.
Yeah.
They look good. They look really, really good.
They do.
I have a buddy of mine. He's just giving me a QCR rabbit. It's really cool. All sorts of neat stuff in there.
You're welcome to look through.
I'll take a look through it. It's all Rarity Collection too.
Alex bought a box.
Yeah.
So
You got the Cyframe Omega, Collector Rares. Collector Rares still look good.
Collector Rare, I think in this set looks not as good as the ultis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see it. I could see the ulti. Yeah, here's like a pot of duality.
Pot Duality looks mid to me.
It's alright. It's got the swirl, but you can't really see it that well.
I actually was sent a picture of that, and it looked better in the picture to me. Plat Secret Saravis, dude. Yeah, Saravis I think looks really good, and like all the rarities I've seen it. Is that the Prismatic Ultimate rare? It is, yeah.
We have a little bit of every rarity right here, and there's some cool looking stuff. There is polymerization.
Yeah, that's the PUR. Yeah, I think the Prismatic Ultimate's actually really good in this set. I thought some of them looked good in the first set, or the first rarity, but I think they're better in this one.
Yeah.
And then we have some Melodious
Bunch of
cards.
random nonsense too. And then cool cards. Oh, look at the Garura though.
Guerrero looks okay, I think.
You can see the texture on the tail.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys see. I'll try to put this on the camera. So the Ulti Garura, I really like it. It pops out from the background, but the extra texturing on specifically its tail, I think it looks good. You can see it way better than the Pod Duality, that's for sure.
Yeah, true. Very true. Very true.
Cool stuff in there. Looks like we got the conclusion of game 1. Looks like Zane took game 1 from Dylan Fox. Zane's getting it.
My job here is to come and distract Bo from what he's like doing. So I'm just gonna keep doing that, guys.
Oh, I'm sure everybody watching is already tired of my commentary. So
check this out. What I got, Bo. Seemed like a guy that would like that.
Oh, Time Wizard cards. This is messed up right here.
I was at a work training this weekend, everybody, or the past weekend, and me and somebody else from my work training that also plays cards went to this card shop, and they had that for $1.
$1.
$1.
Looks like pretty good condition and Ultimate Blackhorn of Heaven First Edition.
Yeah, mint, like actually mint condition.
Good condition.
It's
love to see it.
Yeah, it was sick. I saw that and I was like, I might need to buy that.
I would 100% buy that. I would buy them all their Time Wizard cards if they're priced that well.
Yeah, it was great.
I love Time Wizard. Those are my favorite cards. I love Time Wizard cards.
Yeah, I love a couple of the formats. I just recently finished my Edison.
Yeah. Still working on mine.
I say finished. I'm working on it. I'm playing Frog Monarchs.
Yeah.
I want all of my Monarchs green Duelist League rare.
Oh my goodness, that's a quest.
So I need, it's either like buy them all or try to find them. But I want all the green Duelist Leagues for Goo. Kinda. They are like the focal point of the picture is kind of like puffy, so they kind of are like stickers. PCR is the best rarity.
It's hard to say. There's so many cool rarities.
I have very mixed feelings on PCR. I absolutely hate the dots. I think the dots are like the worst thing to ever happen to Yu-Gi-Oh! But in Rarity 1, there was like a decently common misprint where it just didn't print that foil layer.
Yeah,
so they don't have dots.
It was just like old CR basically.
Yeah, and I have a bunch of those. I definitely need some more of those to complete my like staple sets, but I like that one a lot. I like the Euro PURs.
Oh my goodness.
The Euro PURs look very good. The foiling is a lot more pronounced and they're a little bit lighter.
There's some Euro stuff on just about all of the Rarity Collection stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that looks amazing.
Yeah, very good.
Dylan Fox has been Dimension Shifter. And his Snake Eye Ash has been met with an Infinite Impermanence and the Banish Pile.
It's looking kind of good for Zane.
It's looking kind of good for Zane.
Looking kind of good for Zane.
Yeah. Now, you know, if it was me right here playing, you know I just said Solemn and I'm good. But like, if it was...
But since it's Fox.
But since it's Fox. Hey, I gave him some Solemns for a regional or whatever, so I'm curious to see if he cited them.
Solemn's got a reprint. That's a really cool thing.
It did, yeah. I've yet to see a QCR Solemn Strike. I'm surprised I'm surprised everyone and their mother hasn't tried to like hand them to me yet.
We need to get this man every rarity.
I'm working on my Edison stuff too. I've been playing. I like the hero decks, like the Hero Frogs and Hero Pete or whatever. I still have to talk Dylan Fox out of his Ulti Neos aliases. I'm working on it. I worked on it a little this morning. I still got to talk him out of them. I did talk him out of this, which is kind of cool. Nothing crazy. A French Albion.
That is cool.
It's one of the last Euro branded cards that I don't have. He says he has a second one for me too, so that's really cool.
We see the beautiful Dylan Fox's face in there.
Mm-hmm. So he did fin with the unicorn because he searched the Theosis with it, so... Is that Rise Heart? Or is that Tier Elements Cashiera?
That is Rise Heart.
That's Rise Heart, okay.
Yep.
I was gonna say, I don't think people make Tier Elements Cashiera in there anymore.
I know some people that play like just pure beatdown version play it, but I don't think like
Yeah.
other than that.
Right.
Got a box last night, and there was some concerning problems. Bent corners and air bubbles underneath foiling. Air bubbles underneath foiling sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We would have to see that in person.
yeah. If you can, like, post a picture of that and tag us, like tag
Yeah.
Goo Gaming, like on like
That's an
Twitter
error I
or
haven't heard of
Facebook.
happening. Yeah.
I haven't seen that at all. Yeah, that'd be sick if you can get us a picture of that. Bent corners is horrible though. That's insane.
Yeah. Gotta hate when it happens.
I saw a QCR earlier. I think it was a platinum actually that had the top of it just had really bad edge wear just straight out of the box, which is just horrible.
I pulled a completely cramped car yesterday from home.
What was it?
Lou
It's a mind control.
Lou pulled a crimped mind control. That's actually kind of cool.
Was it a pretty mind control or like a super?
It's all ultra.
It was an ultra. Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what misprints should come out of the set because the first set, like the bloody veilers and
Yeah.
like the back print on the front of the cards, that was cool. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, there's some interesting things.
I remember the last time I heard of like cards being like crimped out of packs or whatever really bad was the I forget what set it's called. It was a couple years ago now. It was the set with the Brave cards in it.
Oh yeah, Jabin has a CR something. Some of the
Yeah.
what's the one of in the Brave Engine spell?
Fateful Adventure.
Faithful.
Yeah,
Fateful
he has a
Adventure's
CR,
yeah.
Fateful that's crimped on the
I was
top.
gonna say I know somebody. I think it's him.
Yeah,
Yeah, Lou. You
I
have the
a
Draco back.
bag that is completely cut in half.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
It's
rough.
unplayable. It's rough.
It's rough.
That's
yeah.
great.
It was completely cut in half from the pack.
The only one that I've ever pulled is I pulled a Performapal Hip Hippo.
Yeah?
Like the Ultra that came in the little plastic thing. And I pulled that crimped.
I remember that set had all kinds of errors because the Draco back that I played with when I played the Brave Engine
Yeah.
had no name.
Really?
It just had no name. Yeah, it didn't have an imprint or whatever for it or anything.
That's
I remember,
cool.
I remember people playing with like Psychic Wielders and all that stuff for Phantom Knights or whatever. They would play with those because they had the weird names that were everywhere. Or sometimes they didn't have a name.
Like one of the Mavens set, like the recent like I think it was Mavens.
Yeah.
Had the double name stamps on every card.
Okay.
Which like it's weird when stuff like that happens. Like just crazy quality control oversight.
Yeah, I have a double name stamped Skull Guardian, the voiceless voice patrol monster.
That's so cool.
It's so cool. I
That's
just
so
have
cool.
one, but it's really cool.
That's so
I
cool.
have a couple misprint. I have like a name completely shift down early.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
And I have
Shifted Pearly name.
I think I have a couple Anubis Eyes card. We have some in the binder here.
Yeah, might be something cool we can put on the stream.
You guys can show all the
Zane is doing a great job of navigating around Dylan Fox, who chose to not set Solemn Strike. I can never understand that, but. Oh, this is cool.
No Name
This is from
Reasoning.
Rarity Collection 1. This is a reasoning with no name on it or whatever. Reminds me of the
No
Draco bag I was just talking about.
and now this.
We also have a Small World.
Yeah, somebody at our
Absolutely
locals.
No name or texture on it.
I think it was Sam actually. I think it was Sam, the person that was on stream the last round. It
Yeah.
may have been him. Pulled an entire pack of those. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
He pulled them all. He pulled an entire pack of them, and they
There's a
got them off
Nightmare
of him.
Unicorn, which I think looks really sick. Secret rare with no name, no imprint, no nothing.
Yep.
It's really cool. I would play with this unicorn. If
I would too. I
need
would
to
too.
play with that. That looks cool.
I have a no name, no imprint, my friend Pearly, as well as a name shift rescue ace core. Name shift rescue ace core.
All
is
of them?
wild.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy, dude.
You know, all of us here at Goo Gaming, we love Rescue Ace cards. So,
Hey, we got the one and only Connor Wesley.
yeah.
Connor. So, I'm gonna need you to assign my.
Smoke mosquito?
Yeah, dude.
There's a Sharpie right there.
I knew I had one on me.
Yeah.
There you go. Me and Connor, when we went python hunting, I was like, we got out of the car, dude.
Thick of the Everglades.
Yeah, we were in the Everglades. Every time we'd get out of our car, 'cause we were like driving around looking for stuff, there would be like 5,000 mosquitoes swarm us. And like when we'd open the door, they would all come into the car, and then we'd have to roll the windows down and drive like 50 miles an hour to get them all out. And,
Oh,
like,
that's crazy.
It was insane.
That's insane.
But I was on the way back. I was like, I need to find a smoke mosquito and have you sign it. And then as we were leaving last night, as we were leaving my house, I knocked this box of like bulk off of a shelf, and it had like I went to pick it up, and this was the first card on top, like in just the stack of bulk, and I was like, it was meant to be, bro. It was meant to be.
Fantastic.
Thank you, like, only Python that-
Connor tops one YCS, and then he
seen
decides
two
he needs a
Copperhead.
whole vacation.
Legit refresh.
Not Copperhead, Cottonmouth.
Oh, God, no. Cottonmouth is still pretty bad.
Honestly, I didn't even know the camera was on at the bottom right corner.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah, it's
chilling.
right there.
We've been full streaming so far.
What game is this?
It's game 2. Fox lost game 1. This game, Fox got shifted. His Snake Eyes Ash got impermed. All sorts of nasty stuff.
So
Fox has Temple, Valor, I think Witch in here.
I'm not.
Any of you guys like watermelon? There's a watermelon sauces for somebody.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
Whoever.
Your queen.
I don't do watermelon, so.
I love watermelon.
What?
I like watermelon.
Damn it, sorry.
My favorite fruit is strawberry. I like everything strawberry flavored.
Really? That's fair. Strawberry's up there for me.
Yeah, we went to Wendy's the other night. They had that strawberry lemonade.
Oh my
They had that
God.
good stuff.
Don't get me started, bro.
So good.
The Panera has the like strawberry caffeinated strawberry lemonade,
Oh,
and
I
I
haven't
get
had
that.
that.
Well, you'll never will because they discontinued it last week. Man, Connor knows that real well. I was so mad, bro. I was so mad.
They were like, yeah, we don't have it. And Luke's like staring at his phone. He's like, I'm canceling this as soon as I get home.
I have like the subscription that gives you free drinks, and I was like, oh, it's over. It's gone. They're not
Yeah.
getting any more of my money.
Fox trying to figure out how to navigate this with his no princess, no access code talker, no IP masquerada that have all been banished from Unicorn. Or no, wait, that was game
That
one.
was
I
last
apologize. That was
game.
game 1. Yeah.
What's this card in defense right here?
Shang.
No,
We can't see.
I think
pretty
that's
sure
a
it's a
sleeve.
Kashtira
I think it's
monster.
face down. Is it?
It might be face down.
I can go look.
Yeah,
I think
go
it's
look.
face down.
I'm pretty sure it's a Kashtira monster summoned off Shang. Probably like a unicorn or something, but. How's the tournament so far?
just got God handed by Eli.
Fender. It's Fender. God hand, it happens to the best of us.
Like double hand. My hand was really weak. He double hand traps me and on Apo.
Yeah.
He slams Ostinato.
I
Yeah.
had Tattling hand.
I negate it. Yeah, and he had talents. I negate it with Apo, and then he talents rips my Valor, and then he has wanted Bonfire after that.
Yeah. You get God handed sometimes it happens.
Game
Play
2,
better.
basically the same thing.
Play better.
I tried, Lou. I tried.
Play better.
It's not fair when somebody opens up Ostinato and you don't.
I hate that card. That's literally a brand
Card-
infusion.
Card's so
It is
broken.
Brain Infusion.
It's literally a brand infusion.
Yeah, we talked about it on camera a couple times. But all these cards are very strong. We were talking about how Eric won that game
I did
one
not
against what's his
expect-
name?
I did not expect he how Shinado like the engine of how like what kind of deck it become.
To be that broken.
Kami and TCG. Because like OCG never had that type of deck.
Yeah, because they have to deal with like Maxi and stuff. Ostinato's probably super in the next OTS. I would bet any amount of money on
I
it.
hope so.
Get
I
out.
think Luke's coming back.
Yeah.
Ostinado. Oh, Ash Ostinado.
Fox is trying to navigate through this board. He navigated through Fenrir. He has to deal with Shang, and then that's the Dark Armed XYZ.
For sure has a Valor in hand. I don't know the other one though.
I thought it was Witch. I saw it earlier. Witch would be really nice. Witch would help him navigate all this shit, no problem. It's a monster, but I can't tell which one. So So that is the Cashier Unicorn special summon. Box searching original. So he has original Valor.
And
Still
Witch.
can't quite tell what his other card is.
Witch.
Witch. I thought it was Witch. I thought I saw Witch earlier.
I just was out there looking.
Yeah. He's out of. No, he's not that.
And then Zane has a unicorn on the field.
Fox is going through it right now. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is what it takes to play at the this is what it's like at like the top tables of YCSs too. People navigating through it, going through countless lines of play, making sure nobody misplays, all that good stuff.
True.
Oh, is he under shifter?
He was turn 1. I don't think he is now.
Yeah, I don't think he is now.
Well, that oak just got banished.
Did he banish it? Did he banish his
Might have
shifter
made
with?
Dark Arm
with
to
Dark Arm
banish
and
the
shifter,
shifter, so you can shifter him again.
We didn't. I didn't catch the second shifter, but he probably did.
It could,
Or
it
that could be
possible.
Fenrir and not Unicorn.
No, it's unicorn.
It's unicorn.
Yeah, I just watched him summon it. The
Yeah, he's under shifter. He did
Shifter.
because he banished the material for Dark Arm.
and he activates birth.
Some that's
Normal
just,
summon.
that's just game.
Yeah.
Fenrir for something. He's went through most of the.
Well, Zane can't
Cashier
win this
monsters.
turn, but Zane has so much more resource, and Fox has one playable card. It depends
Yeah.
on what he top decks, but
Right. Fox has lost 3 cards off the top of his
Yeah.
deck
Just
already. About to
loses.
lose 6.
yeah,
Just loses straight to Fenrir because he has Witch.
Yeah.
yeah.
Can't see what he banished off of Rise Heart, but he's done it twice already, so. Gotta be running low, whatever he's got.
Yeah, the resource game like Zane's playing is so good, and double shifters insane.
This is what Cashier does, though. Sometimes it just gets you.
Yeah, there's just like a point of no return that it puts you at.
Yeah. Overland for another rank 7. That's the Harmonizer, I think.
Yeah.
Harmonizing. I forget its full name. Harmonizing whatever. Stick a fire underneath his material, and oh boy.
I'm out.
That's crazy.
Bye, Connor.
I feel like the only reason Fox isn't shaking his hand is because they're on stream. He's just like, we'll play it out.
It looks like the game in the middle's done. I can't tell if the game on the right is done yet or not either.
Didn't activate monster truck in the main.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah.
We weren't even paying attention.
But this is a thing too that I've talked to people before, like that talents or whatever. Like I think Yu-Gi-Oh more than anything else is a spectator sport. You ever notice that? I think Yu-Gi-Oh is the most hype game to watch. Like moments like that,
Yeah.
especially when they happen on feature matches at YCSs and stuff, it's crazy. Or if you're watching your friends play at like the top tables or whatever, and they pull off something like that, like it's so hype every time.
I really enjoy watching when someone that I'm invested in is playing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's one of the like most hype things, but
I
like-
find that
go ahead. Sorry.
you're good. I was just gonna say, I find it's my favorite thing to do when I'm not playing is watch other people play.
Yeah.
I used to like back in the day. I used to be like a huge side event grinder or whatever, like YCSs and stuff. But now I find myself just really enjoying watching other people play. Seeing other people be successful or seeing those hype moments or whatever. It's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, it's always fun. Like the day 2 of OICS, if you're not playing, like it's always fun to sit and watch the feature match and like sit on the sidelines of the Top Cut tables and just watch over.
The atmosphere is quite different too. I don't know what it is, but when there's less people in the room and it's quieter, it feels like everybody's taking it a little more serious for day 2.
They are, and it's like it's cool, like standing and watching like one of your friends at the Top Cut tables, like from behind the rope, and it's like. Yeah, like you're looking over, like he just played.
Y'all were making fun of me, Raleigh, because I was watching. I forget who I was watching play Eli or whatever, but I accidentally moved the rope, and the rope was like this at like an angle because I was leaned over
you gotta
so
do
much.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just really wanted Eli to win that round. I think it was round 10.
Someone called PETA. It's wild.
Poor Fox. I will say we should probably get Fox in here to ask him how it feels to lose like 8 different monsters off Unicorn.
Oh man,
he's lost over half an extra deck between these 2 games.
And he's got 2 zones locked now.
I know.
Which is crazy.
I know. I like the theming too. He has a bunch of water Pokemon as the lock zones. Like
Zane loves Gyarados. He's got a bunch of Gyarados tokens.
Yeah. I will say I'm a Generation 2 guy, so I like the other one that he has, Totodile. I like Totodile. Totodile's pretty cool.
Very fair. Yeah, Totodile token is really cool.
Yeah. They have about 8 minutes left on the clock, so poor Fox ain't out of it yet. He could go through it for another 8 minutes.
That's true. Yeah, it's not as decided without the talents.
Yeah.
With the talents, I feel like it was decided.
I can hear Fox laughing up there, so his spirits are still high, despite the fact that he knows this is a rough game. This is a hard game to win.
Fox is a person who spirits you. It's really hard to get Fox down. I think.
Right.
Only thing is if he like really messes up at a big event, like an important time. I think that's the only time that he really gets down on himself. What round is round 3?
It's round 3. This is the table 1 feature match right now. Both these players are 2-0. Very likely one of them will walk away 3-0.
All right, well, I'm going to take leave, and we'll try to send Fox back here when they get done.
Okay. I'll be right here. I'll finish up the match. Camera situated. Fox is able to fight back. Not sure if he's able to crack this entire board. It's really difficult to kind of navigate through Shangri-La and Birth. As much of his extra deck that he has lost. There's a potential way for him to somehow figure out how to summon like an access code talker, for example. Like that would be perfect. But it doesn't seem very likely this game. It's really difficult. Fox summoning one of his favorite cards, Pit Knight early. He loves that thing. He has normal summoned Effect Veiler. Fox using Celine to revive the Effect Veiler to try to navigate through this. Or potentially revive the Witch as well. But the harmonizing I think they are in the middle of pointing out that Celine does not declare a target, which is really important because Celine can special summon from the hand as well. Yeah, that's what's going on right here. So, very, very good catch for Fox. I'm glad he's very, very aware that Celine does not declare a target, so that he can continue to navigate through this. I agree with that specific line of play. He just, I want to say, he's lost access code to Unicorn already. Makes it pretty difficult to Flamberge. Flamberge is pretty neat right here. Flamberge could push the Shangri-La back to the spell and trap zone, which would allow Fox to get his zones back. It looks like that's what he's going for right here.
Fox cracking that board there.
I know, we see it right now. It's very impressive. But yeah, now able to make a Link 4. Looks like he's fanning towards the Nightmare Phoenix as well. That is an interesting line. What if he has 2 level 1 fires? And he does. He could Nightmare Phoenix to crack the Birth, and then revive 2 level 4 fire monsters. Because the Celine does point down, so he can Nightmare Phoenix right there as well. I'm sorry, have the co-link Nightmare Phoenix in order to draw a card, so that is something to consider. He does have to have a card in hand to discard for that. I'm not sure that he does, because it looks like his card is actually set and not in his hand. IP, and he's going to revive 2, so I'm not going to go for the Nightmare Phoenix play because he doesn't have any cards in hand to discard, or else I think that would ideally be the great play. Cracking the monsters seems pretty important, but it seems like the Birth is the highest priority card to like get rid of as well with this game. Fox ending on Underworld Goddess, an interesting way to take out one of the monsters. Unfortunately, having no cards in hand, which does not allow him to take out the Birth. Otherwise, you could Phoenix first, revive your 2, and then make Underworld Goddess as well. With an additional card in hand, that would be probably the perfect way to crack the entire board, but unfortunately, he's not able to do that. Yeah, the last card in the other hand is Talents, that is correct. And he drew, it looks like he drew a trap card. It's probably either Imperm or Evenly Match. I think I saw him draw a trap card. Fox used Underworld Goddess to block Birth and is now getting Talents to take the Underworld Goddess. Curious to see what Link monsters that Zane plays, because at some point if he doesn't kill Fox, then he needs to Link off the Underworld Goddess. Yeah, I agree. Birth is super rough right here. He cannot make IP. He has to make SP. Yeah, so SP is able to banish something like that, or potentially an original out of Fox's graveyard. So Zane is setting whatever trap card he drew for turn. We're not able to see it, but yeah, if it's Imperm or something like that, then it's like super, super powerful. So Fox in a rough position right here. Needs to draw very well to get out of it. I'm not exactly sure what card, individual card he could draw specifically to get out of it, but there are options. There's about 1 minute left on the clock. And looking out into the crowd, because I can see table 1 from here, there's a crowd watching as well. Can't really see them on camera, but Fox has Wanted as well, so this is a potential way to get out of this. So Wanted and drawing a really, really nice card for turn could be a possible way to get out of this. It looks like Fox drew Effect Veiler, if I'm not mistaken. So Fox still has 1 unknown card in his hand. It was the card he drew off of Wanted. Fox very quickly resolving his cards. There's very little time, unless they have like time extension or something. There's very little time left on the clock. I believe Foxtrot Troll and Lockbird. That is very unfortunate. And there's the handshake. Yeah, so Fox unfortunately running out of gas right there, drawing Effect Veiler, and then with this extra draw, drawing Troll and Lockbird, means that he doesn't have a whole lot of gas left in the tank to interact with Zane's board, so Zane will be winning this. And it looks like, based on what I could tell, the other table's finished. So this was the deciding match, because this is, again, a 3v3. So it looks like because Zane won this match, they will be moving on with a 3-0 record, and Fox's team with a 2-1 record. It's all good for Dylan Fox though. I'm sure you've interacted with him before, but I can hear him from inside the streaming room. He's still smiling, like he's super happy. He is a true duelist. Doesn't get discouraged from losing like that. I think it's important. In high level play, that is a skill that needs to be perfected that a lot of people don't know. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Who won? Zane won. We've been chilling. We've been having fun in here.
You going to Indy?
What happened?
You going to Indy?
Yeah. Indy's next week, right? Yeah, we're going. Not sure what I'm gonna play yet. I haven't figured it out.
I'm playing Melodious Voices.
I kind of want to play that. I either want to play that or I don't know. I've been playing Fire for like.
You haven't played Melodious or Ballistic yet.
I have all of it now.
Oh.
I've never played it. I don't know.
You got 5 days to test, baby.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'll probably just. I don't know. I'm probably gonna play Fire. This is I've been playing it for like 2-3 months or whatever. But,
You doing good with it, too?
yeah. It's been solid for me.
Or you sit up some trap cards.
Dude, they're not bad right now. They have a great Tenpai matchup.
Yep.
They have pretty good.
Incredible.
Pretty good voiceless matchup too. Not bad. I would probably play Scodrain. Scodrain lines up in a rogue real well. Play Rivalry. Rivalry's nice against Fire. So, I don't know. I am the lab god. I could sleeve lab cards back up. One thing I think about lab is weird is that I see people topping with it, like all the nationals or whatever. There's no consistent version of it. Everyone's playing something different.
There's a bunch of cards they like to play.
Yeah. It's hard to tell what's good and what's not.
I mean, that's kind of like trap deck. That trap deck is at the moment.
Yeah.
Now before you were playing the combo area.
Yeah.
But now, like, your combos are so much weaker than the combos that are in the meta. You just gotta play all the BS trap cards to win.
Yeah.
Right. Leave us some solemn strikes, baby.
We were just talking about that. We were talking about how earlier in the round, like Fox got shifted or whatever, seeing in like Fenrir and his Ash got impermed or whatever, and he set a back row. I think he said it wanted. Man, if he had set a solemn strike, woo, woo, that what game would have been over quick. What's up, buddy? The round is over. The clock is reset. Round 4 should be starting in just a moment. So of course, I'll be here with you guys. However many of y'all are watching to commentate all of that. Should be with as many teams as we had. I think there's only a couple of teams left that are undefeated. So we should have some of the last undefeated players on stream for round 4, which is pretty cool. Pretty excited for that. For the rest of y'all waiting on round 4, how are you guys doing? Are you guys enjoying the tournament so far? I know we're having a lot of fun in here. Yeah, I went out there a couple times and been interacting with everybody. And it's been super, super sweet. People tend to love our 3v3s. We've been trying really, really hard to host really, really good tournaments. And hopefully we've been doing a good job. Let us know, you know, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment in this chat while the tournament's going on, all that good stuff. And then round 4. Round 4 is going up now, so we should be hitting our feature match here in just a couple minutes. Very excited to see who's playing. They're getting set up now, so I am going to head to the table for round 4. It looks like we've got yet another Kentucky versus Tennessee match. Tennessee on the right, and it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, Clifton is playing this round. it looks like we're doing door prizes again. And then round 4 will be starting in just a moment. We are currently on round 4 out of 5 for the Swiss round. So after this, there'll be one more round of Swiss, and then we're going to cut the top 8. Trying to get a look at what's going on out there where the round starts. They're just setting up for Clifton. He's not at the table yet, but looks like, I believe he just got back, if I'm not mistaken. Nah, they're setting up for Clifton. There he is. Was hoping that Clifton would play this round and not his backpack. I was just talking about how he might have to play against Clifton's backpack this round.
Yeah, Noah was about to play for him.
Oh, yeah?
Noah sat down and started like taking his stuff out.
Yeah.
Ritual sleeves. Dueling Guard sleeves.
Those things are cool.
I want one of the binders. Not that one because I have never seen Bleach. But
Dude, you need to watch it.
the binders are sick. And then we're gonna give the deck box to a pre-reg person, which is almost everybody. Almost everybody pre-reg. That just means Gage can't win it.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Did I see Thomas win a door prize out there?
Yes, dude.
God, he finally won something. Bless his
I
heart.
put Thomas as nope. And so,
Reroll,
it
reroll.
rolled nope, and I was like, yeah, it's Thomas.
That's funny. It'd be interesting to see what Clifton is playing. Last time I saw Clifton at the YCS, he was playing the branded deck. He loves that deck. He's very, very talented with it. Saw him on camera at TTD a couple times playing a pure Melodious deck. So, pretty interested to see what he's playing. The fusion cards across the board, he loves fusion summoning, but opening hands, let's see. I believe those are Melodious cards. We'll have to wait and see for the match to start. No, those are actually Snake Eyes cards. Starts with Snake Eyes Poplar. Very, very cool card. What's going on? How you doing?
What's up? This is on stream.
I know. Not anymore. Not anymore. We resolved all that. So, looking like he's off to the races so far. Zach Parrott has yet to respond to Clifton. This would be a pretty decent spot to use an Ash Blossom. Interesting to see. Because Zach Parrott took that moment to pause, he's signaling to Clifton that he does have an interaction, even if he doesn't. So it'll be interesting to see what he has there.
Yeah.
It looks like Clifton is not playing either of those decks. He's playing Fire King Snake Eye is what it looks like, because I believe that was Fire King Kieran.
Nice. Snake Eye Ash.
Snake Eyes Ash is resolved and is going to search possibly a Poplar. Although Poplar uses other 2 effects already. Sometimes you just want it just with the body, which is what he's doing here.
Get rid of the Ash and Anima.
This is very often when they summon either Oak or Flamberge. Depends on what line Clifton is going for. Sometimes you want to get the Oak if you're going for a potential Appaloosa line. Yeah, so using the Oak to get the Flamberge right here mostly means that you get the Oak in rotation, because otherwise you end in the same spot if you just summon Flamberge in the first which is really important for the follow-up, having the Oak already in rotation. So this is almost always an IP Masquerena right here. And you revive the 2 fires. After you revive the 2 fires right here, this is a really, really important choke point for the Snake Eyes deck. You almost always pause right here and just ask if your opponent has a response, because they're very likely to be right here. And if they don't do it right there, it's very likely that they don't have it. So you can do the rest of your turn differently. So revive Flamberge, and then Flamberge very often puts IP Masquerena in the spell and trap zone right here. Making a link potentially for the Raging Phoenix. And then that one goes ahead and links off into Zealantis.
Spell trap.
Not a bad turn from Clifton. Not able to access the Fire King cards with this particular setup, but a lot of people have been electing to do this sort of thing where they end on the Zealantis in the middle. Not a bad play at all, because after you use either your IP to link into something like SP, or revive your princess, or in some cases both, you have multiple monsters pointing to the Zealantis. It's another layer of disruption. So, not a bad play by Clifton at all. Sometimes when you have all of the Fire King's cards in rotation, you still want to end on Amblewale. A lot of people have cut that card from the extra deck, but some people still play that as well. I personally love ending on Amblewale. It adds a lot of disruption when you have access to all of the Fire King cards.
Like Parrot starting off with Poplar.
Starting off with Poplar. It's interesting that he bonfired for Poplar. Kind of signaling a potential weaker normal summon in his hand, or no normal summon at all as well. He's going for Poplar for Temple. What's going on?
You having fun on stream?
Yeah.
Can the people
You
hear
got
me?
Clifton versus Zach Parrott right now.
We got what?
Yeah. Grab a seat. Come commentate with us.
Good old.
Can the people see us or not?
I think we can do it this way where we're all on camera if you want. Yeah.
What's up? How's it going, boys?
And then number 3.
How you doing?
We just scooped.
Did you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Y'all got cooked?
Tin pie is for wiener.
Messes you up, doesn't it?
Well, Scott was on Melodious. He had the whole thing going. He was good to go.
Yeah.
He ogres the dude's whatever the hell the field spell is.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, dude is cooked. He just goes terraform and grab another one. And then, dude, that deck
Sometimes
is...
the Tempai deck will just beat you.
Yeah, I don't know. James and I have it between the two of us, and we were going to play it. Like, one of us was going to, but we decided last minute, like, we don't like not skill-intensive decks.
Right?
Yeah.
My problem is I like saying
You're
I
on
like
stream,
10
so you know,
when
James.
it's being bad. I like saying seals pass with a bunch of other bullshit, and that's not the good way to play 10-5.
So,
it's
yeah.
it's weird. Like
Yeah.
I like parts of it, and like playing like Black Rose, Trident Dragon. That shit's really cool, but I don't know. Like when you just play a card and your opponent just groans.
Yeah.
Like, I don't let my opponent dictate what I want to do, but I just don't like that feeling. Like,
Yeah.
Gotcha,
multiple
yeah,
times throughout
yeah,
the
yeah.
day.
I won with voice through Shifter.
Nice.
That was nuts.
Okay, love
We-
to see it.
We opened the exact thing we needed to inboard on Skull Guardian with our ritual
You gonna be
spell
here
and a
at
level
6
7.
hours?
Yeah, I'll be here.
I gotta go potty.
Yeah. We were able to have a level 7 for our Skull Guardian, so we made Skull Guardian all that. Grabbed a low with it, normal summoned a low, and stared at our opponent with a barrier and stuff up under Shifter, and they're like, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's
That'll do it.
enough, yeah.
That's enough, yeah.
And
So
then
Clifton is using his IP right here, likely ending on the SP.
we actually won through D barrier, calling Ritual as well.
Ooh, we'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Hand trapped them to a less than the most amazing board.
Okay.
With low, searching the new card Blessing that lets you ritual summon
Yeah.
on their turn.
Oh.
On their
Main
first
guy back,
summon,
Yep.
summon the Skull Guard and everything else.
All right.
It's
Love to
crisp.
see it.
But then yes, Tin Pie is the deck of the devil.
It's crazy. It's really, really. What's the word for it? Volatile.
To
Yeah.
this thing's like rogue at
Complete
best.
trash. Like yeah.
Dude,
I've
Tin
heard
Pie
every
is the new
opinion.
flu, is what Tin Pie is.
What is it?
The new flu. The
Kinda.
new deck everyone's gonna hate.
Kinda.
I don't know.
I feel like,
They're-
I feel like
I feel
in
like-
Flu, there's like a little more skill expression at least, or not
That's
in Flu,
fair.
but the in the Tempai deck. Like in
Yeah.
the I don't know. The Flu deck just does the same thing every game that it has for like 3 years.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like Tempai, with it being like an OTK
Yeah.
style deck, it's not just an OTK deck, but its main premise being an OTK style deck. Versus,
It can do it,
at least in my experience, Flu being a very control heavy deck.
I think that's where flu is a bit more skill intensive though, is because even though it does the same board, you still got to
Yeah.
think about things like
Like you still have to navigate it, right?
unexplored,
Yeah.
what you tribute, all that.
Yeah.
Now that said, if they open Shifter plus combo, there is no skill expression. That's just
Yeah.
playing if you want
They're
to.
very,
Yeah.
the two decks are very different flavors of unfair too, right? 'Cause you get the
Yeah.
Tempai deck where it feels like it just kills you through anything and you can't do anything about it. Sometimes the Shifter deck will draw.
I mean, it kills
Flu,
through.
but sometimes it'll draw Shifter, sometimes it'll draw Harpy's Featherstorm, then sometimes it just feels like you can't do anything about it. A lot of times you can't. Very interesting.
You know how we settle this debate between these two decks, gentlemen?
What is it?
We just ban Shifter and see which one comes out on top.
You could, yeah.
Ban Shifter in the chat if you want Shifter banned.
Right. Skill expression has not been in the game since Edison, let's be real. Definitely hard disagree with that, but
I was about to say.
I don't know,
I'm
I'm
sorry,
an
tier
Edison
mirror
advocate.
Format,
yeah.
tier mirror format was one of the
Ugh.
most skill intensive formats I've ever
Dude,
played.
do not get me started on that. I
Definitely
did,
probably the individual best format of all time. But
that format, you had to do rocket science in order to even play.
Listen, best game of Yu-Gi-Oh of my life was tier format, mirror match between me and Clifton Land.
yeah.
It came down to his very last mill, game 3 being a scatter shot.
Yeah, but see, you see Clifton right here navigating Snake Eyes really, really well.
He's got it.
Yeah. He has it set up in a way too, where like even if Zach Barrett's able to push through this, then
He's still
he
got
has
it.
the Zealantis lined up to pop 3 cards because he's navigated all his stuff correctly. So really, really important.
Zach might be cooked in this game.
Yeah. Also has the Raging Phoenix as well.
I'm sorry, let me change that. Zach is cooked.
And I believe Clifton has yet to use any of the cards in his hand. So I believe Clifton has at least Effect Veiler in his hand that I was able to see. Clifton was able to do all of this just using the cards that he set up.
It's crazy.
Zach clicking into Princess.
Zach Parrott making a hard think here.
It's a big thing.
Zach continuing to press on. It looks like he discarded a Melodious card for Black Witch, so he's on the Melodious version of the Snake Eye
we're just
deck.
gonna hang out for a little bit till side event start. And we'll see how long that wants to go for.
Hearing like the only Melodious card he drew was Concerto, and it looks like he also drew Snake Eye Oak. He has to summon from his hand with the original to help push through all of those. That's one of the only flaws about the Melodious version of the Snake Eyes, that you play a lot of bricks.
Yeah.
Imagine if, like, for example, that was Ostinato instead of Concerto. Like, how outrageously different this game would be.
100%.
Yeah.
I do think that's the interesting part about these Snake Eye decks. Is
Yeah.
You've got the Melodious version, you've got the Cash version, you've got
Yep.
the Pure version.
Yep.
It's just such a
You got Clifton
versatile
playing the
deck.
Fire King version.
Oh, he's playing Fire King right now?
Yeah, he didn't do any Fire King stuff, but I believe one of his cards in hand is Arvada, and I saw Kieran when he was going through his deck.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't cared for the Fire King version since all the changes.
That's the version I've been playing. I tend to really like it still. It's really interesting.
Yeah, but Zeph's the fire player in the house. And she's
Yeah.
very happy with her Pure version.
Yeah. The Pure version, of course, is also playable. And you never know, there might be, those are 4 different versions of the Snake Eyes strategy, and they're all very good, very competitive, but there might also be other versions as well.
There's, I guess I'll just tell her Spice on the stream here. There's a funny thing she's been cooking that's Sky Striker Snake Eye and
Okay.
Centurion Snake Eye.
Yeah, yeah.
The Centurion Snake Eye is very funny.
Yeah, I could believe
I love that.
the bonfire that you would already play in Centurion lines up pretty well
Exactly.
with the bonfire and Snake Eye as well.
And then original to get your tuner.
Yeah.
With, what's his face? Jet. And
Jet?
just keep on going.
Yeah, pretty cool. You start doing synchro plays. Heck yeah.
I'm tired. Fuck.
Hit Phoenix's hand the whole time. So yeah, Clifton on the Fire King version. We haven't seen it today, and it seems like Fire King version is certainly one of the less popular versions, but it's still very strong.
What kind of one brought this here?
I think that's Bo's backup generator if he gets sleepy.
What? I'm not gonna sit down. I won't grab a chair. Go sit down in front.
Looks like
Watch
main
Clifton.
phase 2. Zach Perry did a pretty solid job of navigating through most of Clifton's board. Now he's making SP. He's going to attempt to banish the Raging Prince. Just a little closer to me at the moment. Secretary ending on SP, and it looks like that was Clifton's Flamberge. Clifton with a wide variety of cards in his hand. I see Effect Failure, I see Talents. Starts with normal summon Arvada. Arvada not always a card you want to draw in your Fire King deck, but depending on how good the rest of your hand is, depending on if after turn 1 you've already got stuff established, it can really insulate you versus certain hand traps and certain interaction points. So Fire King Sanctuary is now activated. It's going to put Fire King Island in the field spell zone. Fire King Island, one of those ways to extend under the protection of Fire King Arvada. There you go. Should be able to sit back down.
I'm back.
You're back. What's up? What's up? Got Clifton, of course, resolving Fire King Island for Garunix. Garunix now resolving for Kieran. Just going to lightly revive the Pahonix and destroy one of Zachariah's cards. Clifton dropped Snake Eye Ash on the floor earlier. He's making sure his like sleeves and make sure the card didn't like get bent up. I don't know if the chair got on it or something.
That would suck.
That would suck. It's happened to me before too.
Yeah, I've seen it happen to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And like, it's happened the most when it's in the scramble trying to find it and make sure it's not that it happens.
Yeah.
So
I see it happen a lot. Like people roll dice off the table all the time.
yeah. Oh, I guess I should say, for those of you guys that don't know me, I am Jordan Perry. I am the eldest of the 3 Perry brothers, 2 of them being in this tournament with Dylan Fox.
Heck yeah. We just had Dylan Fox on camera last round.
Yes, sir.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
My man's rocking the frog gauges.
Yeah.
It's literally like this. It's not quite rubber, but it's literally a frog with a crown, looking like it's jumping through the loop in his ear. So it's
Heck
funny.
yeah.
It's hilarious.
So Clifton deciding right here what he wants to destroy with Kieran's effect because he's reviving his Pahonix. Depends. I want to say that, yeah, Zealantis is the correct one. It's the one I probably would have picked right there.
It's still game 1.
It's still game 1, yeah.
Oh, wow.
In a long turn. Clifton has talents as well. That is now the end of game 1. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Talents will seal it up.
Talent seals the deal.
He also had Clifton's Flamebird, so if Clifton ever decided to destroy his own Flamebird, Clifton gets 2 dudes back, so.
Yeah.
Not a bad game 1. Certainly some skill expression in that game as well. Interesting navigating the Fire King deck. At least on the first turn, you didn't actually have access to any of the Fire King cards at all.
Yeah. Can we take a minute to talk about the Light Sworn deck?
Yeah?
Like, I actually see it at a couple of the tables.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We haven't seen it on camera yet, but I'm sure there are people playing it.
Yeah.
That deck's really cool. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with Lightsworn cards.
Yeah, plus new rated collection 2 stuff.
Yeah.
It's super accessible now.
It's pretty, too.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? Luke was showing me earlier. I hadn't been to locals this week, so I haven't seen any Rarity Collection 2 cards. And he just like pulled a bunch of them out of his bag or whatever. Man, this is pretty stuff.
Like
There's some good looking cards.
Like the collector's rares and the ultis that are coming out of it are like the embossment is more detailed, so it's better than the Rarity Collection 1 in my opinion.
Yeah, I like the new ultis for sure. They
Yeah.
didn't look bad in Rarity Collection 1. They really look good in Rarity Collection 2.
They changed the way the PCRs look as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, it doesn't have the dots. It has like more of a, you know, the mosaic rare. It looks kind of like that, only more subtle.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's definitely an
really cool
upgrade
stuff.
for sure.
My favorite card of all time is Rescue Rabbit, so it's in this pack.
Yeah.
Pretty QCR ones and stuff. I gotta get me those at some point.
I had an original print, Silent Magician.
Yeah.
I had no idea up until about a week or so before I put it in my binder. This was like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And I had to trade it away because it was the only thing of value in my binder at the time, and I needed a card in order to play.
Yeah.
And I was so disappointed when I had it, or like when I got rid of it, and when they announced that Raid Collection 2 was reprinted, I was like,
it's in there.
Yes!
I love that feeling.
Because that was like one of the first cards, like, after entering the competitive scene.
Yeah, that you got to play. Yeah. See, I'm really, really old, so I've played with so many cards or whatever. Like me as like a Yugi boomer or whatever, I got really excited when I saw Solemn Warning in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, Ulti Warnings used to be crazy back in the day.
Yeah.
That used to be one of my favorite cards to play with. Not very competitive anymore nowadays, but
still decent.
I still love
hat.
to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also decent hat format.
Not bad there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something you'll learn is that I'm very much a Time Wizard person.
Me too. Big fan.
Dude, all the Lightsworn cards that have been printed
Yeah.
recently from like Battles of Legend Chapter 1 and Raid Collection 2. Charge of the Light Brigade is no longer an obscure card.
Yeah.
It finally has some sort
it's
of
very accessible,
printing.
It's cool that there are Super Nimble Mega Hamsters for Time Wizard that aren't $20 anymore.
Yes,
Because they were both like $20, yeah.
And the secrets from Raid Collection 2 actually look
pretty good.
Like virtually identical.
Oh, okay. I believe it.
To the
I wonder
originals.
I wonder if the Super Raikou translates to the original Super Raikou. I haven't seen one yet. I wonder if it looks the same.
It doesn't look exactly the same, but it still looks clean.
Looks
like
clean,
I like it.
Raikou's been a weird card where it's like it's mostly been common.
Yeah.
There was like the really bad looking gold and the original Super, and that was the only one that really looked good. So
yeah.
I haven't seen them yet. I'm curious to see if like the QCR one and like the collector rare one and all that kind of stuff. I'm curious to see if they look good. They probably do.
Yeah.
I can believe it.
I've seen both the collectors and the ulti get pulled. Those are so nice.
Nice.
Like,
I believe it. Yeah.
I had a guy pull the QCR one, and I sat here. I was like, you know, oddly enough, I kind of want the collectors more.
Yeah. I've had all my cards so long that I have all the original prints of all that stuff or whatever, but like still, I still want to upgrade sometimes.
Dude, I need to upgrade my JDs.
Yeah.
Like, I have the commons from I can't remember if it was the structure deck or the battle pack.
Okay.
But I just have the commons for right now, and those are still like $1 or $2 a piece. Like,
Yeah,
they're not like bulk.
They're something, yeah.
But I'm definitely planning on trying to acquire some older JDs.
Older JDs.
For
I
sure.
was around at the sneak peek when JD came out in 2008.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I know all too well about the original, the Secret Judgment Dragons.
Yeah.
That was one of the most terrifying cards. An original Dark Arm too. Secret Dark Armed. Yeah. That's my favorite. Probably still to this day, my favorite card art and foilings, like the original Secret Dark Arm. It is just they just don't make them like that anymore. No, that's like specifically that particular texture. And Dark Armed has such cool art. A lot of people don't know, but like if you ever look at a Dark Armed, it's like every time I look at it, I find something new to appreciate about it. There's so many things going on in the art.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize it.
So many subtleties that you don't really realize until you take a good look.
Yeah, I come from the era back when like those two monsters are like the most terrifying things that anybody has ever imagined or whatever. It's crazy how far we've come, but
yeah,
I still appreciate
like
the classics.
oh my gosh, a non-quick play nuke the board by paying 1,000 life points.
Yeah.
Or a crazy difficult to summon. Well, not like super difficult, but decently hard to summon monster that just non-once per turn blows up a card every time. So it's like, then we're here. It's like, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I've seen people who played back in like GOAT format or Edison format era, stopped for a while, then picked back up in this format or like last format.
Yeah, it's so different,
and they're like,
isn't it?
This is an encyclopedia. This is a dictionary. What?
Yeah, I mean, even back in the day, the power cards only had 1 or 2 lines of text.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. Yeah. Like you read Judgment Dragon, you only ever have to read it once to understand exactly what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I do end up still forgetting the
Yeah.
fact that it mills 4 at the end of the turn.
There's some modern cards, just because I'm older, there's some modern cards that I forget every now and then because they have so many lines of text or whatever, but the older ones, most of the older ones I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Like, I'll probably never forget the JD Mills 4 and the end phase, and you have to have 4 light swords with different names.
Yeah.
And you pay 1,000 and it's not once per turn, and it doesn't destroy itself, it destroys every other card.
Yeah.
I'll probably never forget that.
Extreme Victory Tour Guide is kind of fire. Yeah, honestly.
Yep. I have some of those from back in the day, too.
I saw a guy, he had a Euro playset of them, like Euro English playset of first set Extreme Victories.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, those are some of the nicest cards I've ever seen.
Mine are the playset that I've had. I had mine since basically when they came out. I think I got them swapped to German in 2012, and I still have them. 12 years ago. Yeah. I have like the German Extreme Victory Tour Guides. They're some of my favorite cards ever.
Did you play Unchained when it was big?
What was it?
Unchained? Did you play Unchained when you
like
it was
what,
big?
like last year or whatever?
Yeah.
I played a little bit of it. Not too often. I know Tour Guide's a big role player in that deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, big card.
Boys doing it.
We're chilling. We're talking about Time Wizard cards.
We were just talking about that out front.
We're talking about the prettiest old cards. We're talking about Secret Dark Arm, Secret JD, Secret Tour Guide, all originals, like how pretty they are.
Yeah.
What's your favorite like pretty Time Wizard card? Like pretty, like gorgeous.
Like one that I have.
Like it could be one you have, just like what you have.
Ulti. I have an Ulti German Solemn Warning.
Yeah?
That's probably one of my favorite old formats.
God, it's so cool.
It's so pretty.
I love Solemn Warning.
The like story behind that was crazy too.
Yeah?
My dad, for like Father's Day, I got him a Father's Day gift or whatever.
Yeah.
But I also bought him a pack because like he was playing Yu-Gi-Oh with me, like just like at night for fun. And I bought him a pack, and he opened it, and it was an Omega. When Omega like was like $60.
Yeah, okay.
And he's like, there was a regional the next day after the next weekend. He's like, take this and trade it for something cool, and I traded it for that.
For
the
Ulti Warning.
Ulti
Heck yeah.
first German
Nice.
Warning.
Heck
And
yeah.
I still have it. It's so sick.
Wow.
I remember back in the day I had Italian Ultimate Warnings. Big fan of those.
They're very sick.
Yeah.
I also love Pot of Duality.
Pot of Duality.
Pot of Duality, yeah.
I like the classic Secret Rare Pot of Duality.
So I have Secret Italian Pot of Duality.
Heck yeah.
They're
gorgeous.
one of my favorite cards.
They're evergreen. They'll never go out of style.
Yeah.
100%.
Peyton actually picked up like a blind collection from a guy,
Yeah.
and it had a first ed, the original print Pot of Duality in there.
Those things are so pretty.
Cool, yeah.
Along
All
with
that kind of stuff.
an Ulti Veiler.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Never goes out
It
of
was-
style.
Cultivators.
Yeah, there's a bunch of DRF cards. Solemn Warning, Pot of Duality, Effect Veiler. Scrapdragon's another big one, too.
Also, Ulti Treeborn Frog. Big fan.
God, I love
Big
it. The
fan.
swirl,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Um,
I love Treeborn Frog.
I didn't realize how expensive those things were until recently.
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty high.
English first edition ones are crazy. They're like 160 or something.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Good. I have to say, an underrated ulti, I feel like, in my eyes, is Titanial's ulti.
Titanium? I have a couple
Like-
of those for Edison now. They're really cool.
I love the Edison ultis. Like the Edison cards are just like that sweet spot in Yu-Gi-Oh printing that I like love.
Yeah.
I love the look of those cards.
Like, if they brought back printing to that style,
They're so pretty.
They're so pretty, yeah.
they would. I feel like they'd like gravitate a whole like bunch more players.
Yeah. We would be happier with the art of, or the printing of the cards.
Yeah.
Cards, yeah.
And then misprints would
Yeah.
be misprints.
It looks like the match is already over. Zach Parrott was comboing off for his first turn, but it looks like the other two matches are over already. Judging by Clifton's facial expression, I'm guessing the Kentucky team won over the Tennessee team. We'll find that out here in a moment.
Kentucky boys are.
What is
You want
it?
me to send them in a few?
They are.
Yeah, send me
They
Clifton or whoever.
are
it don't
infamous. So it's
Zach
Clifton.
Parrott was He was comboing. He was doing a good job of showing what the Melodia stuff does.
Yeah.
He'd Snake Eye when you draw Ostinato as opposed to one of the weaker cards. He made the Infernal Flame Banshee, which guaranteed him access to the Snake Eye Ash. So the Snake Eye Ash, it's really cool that it's like searchable. I think that's really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some other cool stuff you can do with that engine as well.
Cliff had it the insane game too.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Droplet, Dark Ruler,
Yeah.
Grunix.
He played really well game 1. We were just watching it.
Yeah.
He played Fire King with no Fire King cards. It was really impressive. I play the Fire King version every now and then, and sometimes you have to do it. Sometimes you just have to do it like it.
Yeah. See,
That's a skill that I think people don't appreciate. You have to learn how to win with your bad hands.
yeah.
Back in the day, it was critically important because not every card was like ridiculously powerful either. So you really had to know technical play and really know how to do like win with your bad hands. It's a lot of what Time Wizard formats teach you.
Yeah.
Edison will teach you how to win with a hand of like, friggin' like your hands like Kalut, Vayu, like Icarus attack. Like how do you win this game? You know,
Yeah.
like, stuff like that.
Or it's like you got double Wolf, double JD, Avarice. It's just like
that one you can't really play out of, but I don't know. Maybe you draw card destruction and then your hand's like Unreal or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's more about like just drawing your way out of it rather than playing your way out of it. But like, it happens. It happens in every format.
Let me tell you, I've been running Chaos Phantom in my Lightsworn.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
Like,
I believe it.
Like just copying literally and just like banishing a card from the grave to just copy literally everything minus the defense is insane. Like I did it to copy JD's effect and just nuke the entire board, and
I've seen people do that. People copy like Dark Armed and all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah. My opponent literally was like, "Oh yeah, let me read this." Put down the card, thought for a moment, picked the card back up to read it. I was like, "Dang." I was like, yeah, this thing's kind of crazy. And I initially ran like a heavier dark package in my thing, so it was more like a chaos build. I also ran dark armed.
Hello, baby.
So,
how you doing?
Chilling, dude. Talk to me, so.
Yeah. Yeah, come.
Krispy Kreme.
Was it? Take it if you want it. Take it if you want it. Shit. Are you ready? Yeah. Come talk to me.
Yeah.
You can come to this chair. Don't matter. Whew. Guys, we have Clifton Land on camera after his impressive Game 1 victory that round. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Yeah, good.
Chester's playing tempo. Our matches move too fast.
Oh yeah. we can't tell in here, but because the match ended, were you guys the one that won?
Yeah,
both of the
yeah.
other ones. So yeah, so you guys are 4-0 right now. Is that right?
Yep. I won my game 1.
Yeah, we saw.
Did you see my hand that game too?
We saw. Yeah, it was crazy.
I think I was
right?
I was cracking that.
Yeah. We saw your hand game 1 was like pretty interesting, right? It was like you had to do Fire King stuff without access to the Fire King cards.
Yeah. I like comboed with Poplar.
Yeah, it's crazy. You love it happen.
But then my follow up was insane.
Yeah.
The Fire King cards. That's why I like the Fire King stuff over the like the pure version. The follow up's much better, and it's really good at like cracking boards. It's really good against Rogue and stuff too.
Very good against Rogue.
It's
yeah.
so powerful.
That's the version I've been playing as well.
I like it. I just love those cards too.
Yeah. Still trying to figure out what to play for YCS next weekend, but I've been leaning towards the Fire King deck, honestly.
Yeah. I really like Branded,
I
but
practice to be Asian Clifton. Eli hit me with how the married life going. Can't deal with that.
I really like Branded. I've been playing a lot of Melodious too, but everybody has Dimensional Barrier in their side deck because of
hard,
tempo. You kind of just like you just get like, gosh.
Yeah. It's like I really want to play a deck that lines up against all that kind of stuff, but doesn't line up to the non-engine that people are playing.
Yeah,
talking
that's why I
about
like Fire King.
Yeah, the Fire King version's really good. We were talking about like I might play the Labyrinth deck too.
Yeah, Labyrinth's really good too.
That's an option.
Yeah.
It's got insane.
Because not a lot of people are playing.
Like,
it's good against Pure, and like it struggled a little bit more against like the Fire King version, but that version's not as popular.
It's not as popular, yeah.
It murders Tempai.
Murders
Tempai. So.
It's pretty good against Voiceless too. Pretty solid matchup there too. So that might be my deck for Indy.
And you play that deck a lot too, so
yeah.
You like Lab.
Mm-hmm. I like Lab a lot. I don't know. Interesting.
Any other interesting games happened today?
Well, we saw a few. We've been seeing a lot of the TTD guys playing almost every round on feature.
Really?
Yeah.
Fox was last round, right?
We saw no, third round was Fox was playing.
Okay.
And then round one Zach played, and then round two wasn't it Eric played.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. The Eric one was really interesting because like we were watching Eric's game and he had to combo, but he drew all the bad Melodious cards. So he had refrain, couplet,
and concerto.
And concerto.
Oh no!
So it's like his starting play was like polymerization, just throw two dudes away to like
make Baka.
Crazy, yeah. And he ended up winning that game anyway, which is crazy because I think
those
he had
cards
Witch
are
in
broken.
hand and the Melodious stuff baited out interaction or whatever, but it was interesting. We watched Fox. He played against.
He played Cash.
He played against Cash, so. He lost like 8 cards out of his extra deck with Unicorn. I've never seen Unicorn.
Why was Unicorn on the field for that long?
Hey, Unicorn was rude. It was mean. God, yeah, it's been fun. We've been chilling. Been a good stream, good time.
Are you guys doing top cut too?
Yeah.
Good, because I told him I wasn't splitting.
Good, don't do it.
So I was
Don't
like, we're
even
playing it
worry
out.
about
We have Indy next week, and I was like, we got to run some games.
We gotta run some game. We gotta figure it all out.
So we playing.
Yeah.
How much time's left? Can you see that clock?
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
The rounds have been going really fast.
I know, we've been moving. What time is it?
Like it's only 3 o'clock. And we're almost done with Swiss. It's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be out of here by 7 at the latest.
Yeah, everybody get out here a decent time. You have time to go to dinner.
I know,
That's
dinner
the
in
best
the
part,
home.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I hate when a tournament lets out. It's like you want to eat, but it's also 11 p.m. It's
Especially at like a YCS, you're like, I gotta wake up at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
I know, day 2
and play
starts
again.
like. And you know, like our friends or whatever, like there's always somebody in day 2. You're never allowed to sleep in. Like, yeah. God, it's fun though. Good. I'm excited. I'm assuming Indy's gonna be a fantastic time next weekend.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I did 2 of the same YCS like within the same year, like season.
Yeah. I wonder what
Have
the
they ever
reasoning
done that
is
before?
for that.
Have they ever done that before? Like
It's been a while. If they have, I don't think they have.
As long as I play, I can never remember.
I can never remember.
The
And like
same-
me and
same
you
YCS.
have tons of knowledge. Like we're
Yeah.
historians. I can't remember it either. It's been a while.
Me
since
neither.
happened. There's got to be some logistical reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's like people talk about that and they talk about the whole Europe not having any YCS's thing. Or
Yeah, I don't
whatever.
know what's going
There's
on
a
there.
reason. We
Yeah.
don't know what it is.
There's
It's
gotta be
not
something going
public,
on in Europe. Like I don't know. Yeah.
Something's going on. Latin America has like 10 YCS's this year.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Europe gets none.
I know. We've never seen that before. Like it's always been like Latin America gets like 1 a year if they get any
Yeah.
kind of style. So I don't know. It's different. Yeah, we're chilling. Have you seen any cool games going on out there? Like anybody playing anything neat or anything crazy?
I don't think I've seen anybody play anything cool. But the coolest thing I've seen is like the U-Bell deck.
Yeah.
But like I feel like everything else has been pretty standard.
Have you seen like people try to play like pure U-Bell or whatever, or just like a few U-Bell cards and like a bunch of Unchained cards?
No, yeah, it's been like pure U-Bell with like a few Unchained cards. I feel like
Okay.
that's what I've seen. Yeah, that's what that one guy was playing that I watched.
I've seen it the opposite way. They play like a lot of Unchained cards and then they just play
Few
like
U-Bell?
Nightmare Thrones and the guy you get off of it.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Like, the pure U-Bell's cool. That rank 10 is awesome.
That range is so
Varudris,
cool.
yeah.
The bringer of the end times.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the coolest name any card's ever had.
Their card will be broken.
Yeah,
It's
that
an
card's
Omni.
very good.
It'll get somewhere.
Yeah.
Did you win?
What's up?
It was Thomas's team. I ended up, like, all of us ended up winning around the same time. It was like
Yeah.
Nick won and then Fox won like a couple minutes after, and literally like 3
Heck
seconds
yeah,
after I
that's
beat
what's
Fox. I
up.
was like, okay.
Yeah, we felt so bad for Fox when we were watching last round. He got murdered.
Yeah,
It was rough.
He was talking to me. He was like, "Yeah, I got shifted, and then he Darkhorn Dragon banished it, and then got shifted again." I'm
He
like,
did get double shifted. This poor Snake Eye Ash got imperm too. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, like he was talking to me. I'm like, that's just so much.
Indy hasn't always been a good event. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. There hasn't been a YCS in Indy since 2012.
Yeah.
And besides, like, the one this past year. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my very first YCS ever.
Was it?
Yeah. It was when Return of the Duels came out.
I was at that one. That's the only YCS that's been evacuated, I think.
Really?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, do you remember that, the evacuation?
No.
I
was super young. I was like 7th grade, 7th, 8th grade.
So it was round 7, and there was an evacuation. We had the round got paired, everybody sat down,
Mhm.
and then they were just like, "Hey, everybody gets." So like literally 2,000 something people left the room, and everybody had came back and they had like new pairings and all that kind of stuff.
Man, I feel like,
it was never
know.
made public what the reason was for it. There were so many rumors going around.
Yeah.
It was like, man, maybe somebody stole a computer off the judge's table, or maybe somebody had like a weapon or something crazy. But like, nobody knew.
Yeah.
Right? But it was like,
because
that's
Nationals
like never
2 years ago.
happened. Besides Nationals.
Yeah.
With the fire alarm thing.
Yeah, Nationals 2 years ago.
Yeah, but this, I remember the Indy one wasn't a fire alarm thing.
It was like an actual evacuation?
It was an actual evacuation,
Yeah.
just in the middle of it or whatever.
That was a long time
I
ago.
was so mad. I was playing Dino Rabbit. I was paired against an Insector guy. He showed me. Hey, man, I wanted Dino Rabbit. My hand was cracked against Insector.
Dragonfly and Hornet Warrior 1?
Yeah. Man, my hand was... God, I don't know. I remember my hand was like Why the Lance, Solemn, like... All the cards you would have back in the day.
Mhm.
Like, I think my hand had a Phoenix Chain in it, too. I was going first.
Sure.
And then I got repaired against a Herald of Perfection guy, and I was like, this is awful.
Is everybody from here going to Indy?
I assume so.
Really? It's so close.
Yeah.
It's so close. Why would you not?
We should have, but like just school and work stuff. Like,
So fucking quit.
Bro, we're not professional like
Quit,
we
bro.
can't make money off this game.
Listen, get Zephyr some of the sponsorships that you and Eli have. We'll make it happen.
I skipped my high school graduation to attend a YCS. That was the first time I topped a YCS. How
that.
crazy
I
is
watched
that?
this video.
How crazy is that?
That is crazy.
Don't
Yeah.
tell Zephyr that story ever.
Please.
She'll try to convince
It's
you.
online somewhere, so.
Bro, he's gonna watch it on here.
You said Indy was your first YCS or whatever. You know how old
Yeah.
I am? Guess what
2012.
my first
It was
event
I was eighth grade.
Yeah. Guess what my first event was?
An SJC.
It was an SJC.
Nashville?
Huh?
SJC Nashville?
It was SJC
2009?
Durham in 2007.
Whoa.
You know how
Like,
old
during
I
North
am?
Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina.
Wow.
It was crazy. It was the only time I've ever been robbed at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. I got robbed. I was a little kid.
2012.
My whole binder got stolen.
Like you actually got robbed?
I got like robbed.
Oh my
Like it was like an adult took my binder, and I'm like a kid, so I don't know what to do to like get it back. He like literally took my binder and like left. Like we were just sitting there trading.
Whoa, that's crazy.
And I was a child.
Was anybody with you?
I mean, my mom, but like she wasn't in the venue. I went,
She
and I
keep her
didn't
deck
go with
at least?
anybody. Like our local wasn't super competitive back then, so I was the only guy that went, and I went with like my mom and like my aunt. It was like
Yeah.
I'm a child, we needed like a chaperone or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But she wasn't in the venue at the time.
Oh my god.
Did he let you keep your deck so you could keep playing? At least?
Well, it was like I was trading with the guy, right?
Yeah,
So like my deck was like in my bag or whatever.
Okay.
But like I was trading with the guy, he had my binder and whatever. He
You must have said something he didn't like, and he was like,
Took
"Nah,
it.
I'm just gonna take it all."
took it. I'm a kid. I don't know if there's anything valuable in there. Like
Was it, like,
probably not. I'm a
aggressive?
child, but like
Was it aggressive, or did he just like kind of scoop it up and walk? Did he
I
run
remember it
away?
being fairly aggressive.
That's crazy.
And like I'm a child, so I just didn't know what to do about it.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
didn't
no,
do
that's
anything
fair.
about it.
All of a sudden, we get a comment in stream. It was me.
I don't know. That's the only time I've ever been like had anything like stolen ever. Like,
Damn.
I've never left my deck on the table or whatever. I got traumatized when I was a kid. I'm like never again. Never ever again.
Now you can tell Zeph about that, so she stops doing the same thing.
Oh yeah.
I left my deck
Bro,
once
Zach
at a
has
table
lost
at a
his
region
deck
like
3
twice.
times.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not my
Three
fault.
different
Yes, it
events.
is.
Next
Yeah.
one is Jake
And
Paul
every
his
single
shifters.
turn, like I think once was at Nats,
Mhm.
and I was just walking away. I don't know what went through my mind.
Yeah.
The judge was like, "Hey," I didn't hear him, and he was like, "Hey kid, here's your deck." I'm like, "Oh, dang." He said, "My dad's like, really?" I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Looks like she let him have something.
God, I have so many old stories. Like that Shonen Jump was the first time I ever heard of Player's Choice sleeves.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you play in them that event?
Yeah, I played with them. It was cool. There was like a
That's when they had back in the day. They had all the colors.
yeah, they
like
had all the
orange
colors.
and blue and
but like,
weird
I went
ones.
up to a vendor and I'm like a kid, so I had like an
And they were only,
allowance
like, what,
in my-
$6
in my-
a pack?
Yeah. And I went to a vendor and I couldn't possibly tell you who this guy was, but he was super nice to me. He was like, "Trust me, you want the white pack."
Yeah.
He was like, "Don't get into these other packs. You want the white pack." So I trusted him and I got the white pack of sleeves.
Hey, that man led you. He led you down.
He led you down.
Yeah. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He didn't lead you astray.
I appreciated that guy. Unlike the guy who robbed me, I appreciated that guy. Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Skill expression has not been in the game since Edison.
I disagree.
Me too.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I never got to play with Edison though.
Really?
Yep, I missed that format.
So I didn't get to go to the Edison Shonen Jump, but I played a couple regionals. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like
I got green on it.
crazy.
What's your Edison deck of choice?
It changes.
Same.
My
I have like
Edison-
2 that I keep like flipping back between.
So I know it's bad, but I have a quick draw deck.
Yeah.
It's like back in the day I played quick draw.
My favorite deck's the fish deck. The
Fish deck?
big,
The OT
big fish, the
coelacanth,
coelacanth.
like, yeah,
That's my
yeah.
favorite Edison deck,
That's
but it's
cool.
not very good.
So like, even though it's not very good, I have it all blinged out. I have
Yeah,
like,
same.
Quick draws and the ulti dandies.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
CR
yeah.
lone fires and or CP lone
There's
fires.
super
and all
fish
that.
borgs in my shitty fish deck.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. I know it's not good, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I play Edison for fun. I did try the
Same.
what was it, Nationals last year, the Edison like Nationals or whatever.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
that.
how was
I
it?
didn't play in the main event. I played in the Edison event.
Yeah.
It was cool. They didn't tell us about the time rules, so I lost in time. Did I ever tell you that story?
Uh-uh.
So we
Do they do old time rules,
no,
like
they
5
did
turns?
new time rules.
Like end of phase and end immediately?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So like
they kept everything else lore accurate except
so
the time rules.
what it was like they set us down for round 1, and it was like player meeting, 300 something people.
Yeah.
They had like 2 judges for the whole thing. So nobody could hear anything. So they might have announced it before round 1, but this happens round 2. Like round 1, I win. I'm 1-0, whatever. Round 2, I'm playing against a guy. Me and my opponent are playing game 3. I'm playing against like a fairy guy. I'm playing Blackwing deck, and we're playing under the assumption that it's the old time rules.
Yeah. 5 turns?
So
0, 1, 2, 3, 4,
yeah,
5.
like when time gets called or whatever, I'm like attacking my opponent, and we play like a really grindy get back and forth. I'm like, this is like the
Edison can be
exact
pretty
turn I'm
grindy.
getting like the tempo back or whatever.
Yeah.
But
But phase just randomly dropping Kalutes just to get extra damage. Because normally, but normally
so
you
it's
don't
like
have
not
the card.
authentic, yeah.
I'll be back.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Don't go to the bathroom again, otherwise that would be the Asian version of you. I'm going to the bathroom right now. No, you're not. Yeah, put table mat. I'll be table 1 if you need it.
So yeah, round 5's gonna go up here in just a moment, guys. Chat went down again, so that's cool.
I guess I'm gonna take this box as well.
Yeah, might as well. Hello, Gage. How you doing, buddy?
Are you still on?
I am. This just now disconnected. The chat did, but the stream's still going.
No, it's not either.
No, it's not.